Greetings and salutations, travelers. Welcome back to the Inn of Planar Crossroads. And guess what? We're back in Rise of the Runelords this time because we're not sure if Greg's going to be able to run or be around consistently. We know he's going to have to miss a few times with some school stuff. So we're going to go back to the Rise of the Runelords because that's what we kind of set it up for. This one and the 9 guilds are set up so that if someone needs to drop off, they can for a little bit and then come back. So that's what we're doing. And we are going to be doing session 30. Session 30, people. So that's pretty cool. 30 that means we've been playing for over 30 weeks. Wow. This one campaign.
Kind of depressing when you think about it.
Yeah, considering how far in we are.
Yeah, how far in we are, and we're 30 sessions. That's,
30 sessions. Yeah, if you average that out, you were about at the third module. So that means that it only take, how many modules are there? Like 5 or 6?
6, I believe.
So if we average 15 sessions per,
and make sure
16 sessions per.
And make sure to always cut through like all of the second module. Just go right to the fighting part.
Yep. Yeah, you guys didn't even investigate.
We get like another 4 sessions right there.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's
Who needs to investigate when you can track the killer down.
Yeah, I guess that works.
Hey man, if it's stupid and it works, it's not stupid.
That's what I've been told. I don't always buy that, but that's what I've been told.
It doesn't have to be intelligent.
But we're going to get back into it.
Says the wizard.
True. So we're on session 30 of Rise of the Runelords. It's going to be titled On the Road Again. However, let's go ahead and get our announcements out of the way. So announcements and disclaimer. So disclaimer is this is a live stream. This game features adults using adult language. Viewer discretion is advised.
You have been warned.
That's the disclaimer. Because I'm toying with the idea of getting a kid-friendly game going for my kids, which means we're going to be doing those disclaimers from now on, so get used to hearing that. Patreon is a thing for both the Inn of Planar Crossroads and Tommy's channel, Black Dragon Gaming. So if you want to support either one of us and the content that you see here, you can go over there. We both have rewards on different levels. Current session of video is, like we said, session 30. You can go ahead and subscribe if you would. We're at 90 subscribers right now. And when we hit 100, Kane's running a game for the subscribers. He's going to run a 4-person game. So if you want in on that, best get those numbers up.
It's a one-shot. Like, don't get excited. It's not. We're not doing like a whole thing here.
We're not doing a 30-session game for these
no.
100 subscribers?
Sorry.
No?
Sorry, guys.
It's going to be a 3-hour tour.
A 3-hour tour.
Until they get shipwrecked. And then it turns into Gilligan's Island. It never ends.
This is the game that never ends.
Now going off the island. You made a radio out of coconuts and they phoned for help.
True. Yeah, because you can totally make a radio out of coconuts.
He's the professor, man. He can make anything out of coconuts.
It's the electrolytes.
Yeah, totally. But
he's got what science needs.
Our monthly giveaway is also going on. We're going to be, this is for patrons of the $10 tier, which is giant tier. So our giant patrons and above get entered into the monthly giveaway. And this time I am toying with the idea of doing a hero. What is that?
Hero Forge?
Miniature. Yeah, Hero Forge giveaway. So that is a possibility for somebody if they want to get that. I think that's what we're going to do. So Hero Forge giveaway this month, near the end of the month.
Is that
then there's a new series coming out.
I am very tempted.
Huh?
Is that open to
I am as well.
I'm very tempted.
We can sub ourselves.
I wouldn't.
Stop drinking your own honey, man. Stop putting your hand in the pot.
No, I would say I don't want you guys doing that. I mean, but I'm not in a bad way, but just like you're my buddies. But it's up to you guys what you want to do. New series coming out on the Inn of Planar Crossroads, Ghoulish Games, and this one will be Kane, and he's doing a playthrough of The Legend of Grimrock, the first one. And I've got the first one edited. It's coming out this Friday. So, not this Friday, not when you're watching this Friday. It's coming out 9. It's coming out this, what is that, Friday? Yeah, the 12th. So on the 12th, you can watch Kane play the first part of the character creation part of The Legend of Grimrock. And then my final announcement is that we are looking at attending a con in St. Louis. It looks like myself, Colin, and Tommy are going to be there. So if you want to come in and say hi and stuff like that, that's great. We'll be walking around. We're not going to have a booth this time or anything, simply because, I mean, unless something drastically changes, we're not going to have a booth.
Yeah, because that sounds expensive. Who are we?
Yeah, who are we but lowly gamers?
Yeah, just a bunch of nerds.
Aspire to such heights. But
which convention is
that
it?
aside, we do plan to be there. We plan to be there, and we plan to tool around the con for a little bit, do a little video diarying, video vlogging, or whatever that's called. And then we're also going to be doing some recording together while we're there. So we'll do some fun things that we can put on the channel later.
This will be the St. Louis Comic-Con in June?
June 23rd, yeah.
St. Louis Comic-Con. St. Louis Comic-Con in June. So that's what's happening. Those are all of my announcements. Can anybody think of any other announcements before we get into the game?
Tommy can.
Oh, Tommy can.
So my channel, Black Dragon Gaming, we're running a giveaway. It ends the 18th at midnight. We're giving away a free character portrait courtesy of Ollie Art. Good friend of mine, Ollie Boldador, super nice guy, and you can check out his work. He's real good at what he does. And again, this is open to the 5 people that can hear my voice, like on Google Hangouts right now as well. If you want like a new Mazus, a new Gideon, a Magpie that isn't one of the like 4 Tengu art pieces you can find floating around on Google, just drift over to my channel. There's a video that I'm plugging all over the place. To enter, we're just looking for a description of your character, why you want the art, what the character means to you, things of that nature. And then at the end of the giveaway, I'll decide who wins it. I'll pick somebody out and they'll get a free character portrait. So again, Black Dragon Gaming, that is me. We do tons of sweet videos. If you want to drift over and check us out, I would certainly appreciate it.
Okay, I have sort of a mini announcement. It's in the works. It's not quite there yet, but doesn't even have a name. But I am thinking of.
Are you pregnant?
Yeah, I was gonna say Colin is pregnant. With that beard.
Some people call it a parasite.
That's why it doesn't have a name yet.
He's become Rod.
My babies.
Yes, I am pregnant. I am pregnant with video game streams. They're gonna be coming out here. But I got me a little streaming box, and I am hopefully going to do a playthrough of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on Masters mode. Trying to get all the shrines and all that stuff, get the secret ending and whatnot for all you guys.
Cool beans.
It'll be a while when it happens, because that is a very long game. I've played through it once on normal difficulty, and I still haven't gotten to the last boss, even though it's been like a year. So we'll see.
Yeah, well, now you'll have a drive, see, because it's going up and people will be watching.
Yeah, right?
And I've never played Breath of the Wild, but I'll be there to criticize your every mistake.
Yeah.
We're watching.
Right. I mean, I'll have to look up a guide to tell when you're making a mistake, but I'll figure it out.
You should have glided.
You should have glided. No, you saw your stamina bar. It was going down. Idiot. All right.
It'll be fun, though. I'm looking forward to it.
No, you should do like a permadeath run. Bum, bum, bum. No.
Iron Man mode is for people who have way too much time on their hands.
There are literally people that run through Dark Souls, the Dark Souls series, with the challenge of not getting hit once.
Yeah, there's also a guy who beat it with a Guitar Hero controller. There's just some things just aren't worth doing.
Yeah. All right. This is not getting to the game. We've done our announcements.
All right, one more thing.
Done our announcements.
Any tier on the Patreon subscription will give you access to the Discord channel that we have open, based upon your donation. But all of them give you access to the Discord, where you can talk directly to any of us, or you can yell at Tommy and most of the Black Dragon crew. as they will, if they don't already now, they will likely have access to it shortly here.
Probably at some point. I'm suspecting
Tommy
crossover.
got access like 2 seconds ago. So
if
That is because Tommy's officially considered a guild master now since he's playing.
There you go. If you want to yell at one of us directly about content or have a suggestion, that'd probably be easier than trying to do it through YouTube.
Or call it shenanigans on Gideon's rolls for some odd reason.
GD face.
Yeah, we're gonna get a dice camera set up on you, dude.
I know. Hey, I do have a second camera I could set up.
That'd be kind of funny to try and have you two different things on the stream though. All right, let's get started, people. Let's get started. We're all ready to go back to the rise of the Runelords. So, when we last left our heroes, they was sick. They were sick and they needed to go. They were sick and they needed to go to Magnamar. And they did the math and they figured out that it would actually be better for them to ride down because they'd only have to make one save versus chancing it for someone to ride down and give a message with making one save, then the die coming to make one save. So that's like at least 2 to 3 saves if he didn't get delayed. So they're just going down to Magnamar and seeing what's going on with them, because unfortunately, Father Xantis was not high enough level to go ahead and get that done. But we're going to, you guys were, if I remember right, it's been a while. If I remember right, you guys were actually, we left off with you guys in a house that you just quickly went into. Amiko, you guys had done it, I think, because you didn't want to spread anything or something like that. You weren't sure about the type of problem you had.
Gideon went and fetched my underling and others. So
my underling, not my adopted daughter, not my ward, my underling, my minion, he says.
Alongside with Titka, and yeah.
Blasted rat.
And some
was
special requests
tied up.
Amiko, or for
That's
Amiko.
okay. When I can't remember her name now. Your ward.
Aaron,
when Aaron becomes high enough level, we'll ditch Mazus for her anyways.
She's so much more agreeable. She'll enchant for less.
I don't know about that.
She's less money hungry and corrupt.
That would be really difficult to enchant for less.
Aaron's bad boys. Nobody. I think that's more of an Ontario thing than anything else.
Yep, no. It whoosh right over my head.
All right. Enough with your obscure Canadian references. Let's get up in this. So, the night is a troubled night for you guys to really get enough sleep or things like that. We're not saying that you're fatigued or if you've lost anything necessarily, but you are still feeling the effects. You got those bumps and you look kind of funny. You don't feel good. What was that?
Do we get spells and stuff back or no?
Yeah, you still get spells and stuff back. So I'm not saying that you don't. I'm not saying you have a bad night's sleep. It's just uncomfortable as a whole. Kind of like when you fall asleep and you're ill, you're kind of sick and under the weather, but it hasn't fully hit you yet. So we're gonna pick up. Aaron has made it back, and her and Boris, which is the cat, have settled in briefly, and you guys are basically I'm basically leading up to, is there anything you want to do tonight before you know you need to leave?
Well, if I got time, I might as well see if I can get a little bit more work done on the pieces to my full plate.
You guys got back in the late afternoon, so I mean, if you want to get some afternoon work in, you can.
No.
Might as well. I'm not sick. I'm feeling great, and I figure, I might as well do something productive.
Yeah. I'm immune to disease. Nah.
Yeah. I'm immune to disease, man. Yeah.
See that would be an interesting group to run this with, is a whole group of paladins.
They would wreck everything.
Can we do that?
This adventure was not built to run 4 paladins.
When we make parties like that here at
They
home, we
would
call it
steal
the
so
God
much stuff.
Squad.
Yeah.
I mean,
I prefer a group of barbarians
One of you
called
focuses on
Bod Squad.
support.
we tried to make the Holy Trinity with the cleric, the paladin, and the inquisitor, but the inquisitor bailed on us.
Yeah. All right. So is he the only one that wants to do anything? You might be able to do something tonight even though you're feeling down. It's up to you guys.
I mean, I have some mule bag cords that Emyrelda wants, but Colin just left, so maybe he doesn't want it that bad.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that
For the
important, I
love
would guess.
of all that is holy, let the girl carry her own damn shit.
Her and her illegal strength modifier.
No, that's illegal.
You can't be
I
that, you
really
can't be
need to
that weak. It's
fucking
illegal.
Have
You
to be
can't play
this
Raceland. That's
strong
illegal.
to be alive.
Your heart is too weak to pump blood.
Rough.
There you
Oh,
go.
look, there's Colin, the guy we're talking shit on right there. There he is. Hi, Colin.
Colin, you want to carry your own shit? You want those cords?
Colin just nope.
Do I want the muleback cords?
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Do you have the
The
gold?
best. Do I have the gold? I already took it out of my inventory to give it to you. I did not put it in your thing, but I did actually pull it out of what I had, I believe. Let me double check.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we paid you up front.
I'm pretty sure you didn't.
Nah, I'm pretty sure I did.
Okay. Uh,
Was it ever written in contract?
Dum, dum, dum.
Asmodeans.
Are we going to have to
I
get,
did not
the
take it out.
Galarian version of Judge Judy in on this?
I did not take it out, but I do have enough for it. So I can hand that to you.
Okay. So that can get done. Do you guys remember what we were rolling for your crafting?
Presumably D20s.
I mean, for my crafting, it's spellcraft,
Or-
but I think
Yes.
this one is easy
Oh.
enough that I.
For
can
me, it was a
fail.
profession roll. And we had already done 3, I believe it was, or 4.
That's right. I remember that now. So let's have Greg's roll, or Gideon's roll, more precise, and then
Okay.
Mazus's roll as well, and we will see.
Okay. So that will be a 22.
22 definitely works. You were needed, what was it, 4 or 5 successes, I believe.
Okay. You never told me how many successes I was going to end up needing. You just had me roll a whole whack for downtime and then this one here.
Okay. So yes, you are working on that. And that is, I believe, the 4th success you said.
Yeah, it should be the 4th success. I think you had me roll 3 for downtime. And then, yeah.
So that is a success. You find inspiration through your recent troubles and trials, and it helps you bust out another successful bit of work. Those late night ladies do kind of walk more slowly past they walk more slowly as they go past Red Dog's blacksmithing as you work, and that heat rushes up and your big manly body is covered in sweat. All
Does
right.
does
Just-
Amiko
just
bring
I-
him
I-
like
I feel
lunch or
Wayko.
something?
Watching me from somewhere.
Well, actually, you can make me a perception check.
I'm gonna get you that in back, Gideon.
Okay, so that is because I have to remember I actually increased my perception. It is no longer a -1. So that will be a 15.
All right. Let me see. Oh, yeah. So you don't catch it fully, but you see a hand kind of leave a drink on the workbench beside you, and as you're hammering and stuff to get this done before you have to leave tomorrow. But when you turn around and see to try and see who it was, maybe it was Red Dog coming in, you catch the back, the last bits of Amiko's scarf going through the door and out and away, and she's brought you a nice big full pint of your preferred beverage when you order.
It's an interesting
Beer.
flirtation tactic. Much better for the subject of your affections to believe that they are being haunted by very pleasant ghosts.
Well, he knows it's Amiko. He saw her scarves.
I know, but like, what if he had messed up that perception check? It would have been like, oh shit, free beer.
Yeah,
It's
Gideon
in-
isn't the best at perception checks.
It's in a
Uh,
what was that? Rusty dragon mug. So
I'm just saying, he couldn't find a Tengu in a chicken coop.
that is literally true. So, all right. No, you do not feel like you're being haunted. And what was your roll on your spellcraft?
20.
Oh, there it is. What's the DC for that, by the way?
It's 5
I think it's only
plus the caster level for the item, which is a DC of 8.
Oh yeah, you really bust that out. And let's see, roll a d100 for me. 27. Okay. You find a little bit of, I hate to use the same word again, inspiration. You find not inspiration, but you find that as you're working on it, you get a little bit of an intuition about how to twist your wrist somatically just right and put a proper inflection on a different syllable. And as you do during the crafting process, you add that many pounds to how much she can carry.
27 pounds?
27 pounds. It would have been more if you really got down to it.
Well, now I have to charge her even more for it.
Well, that's on you.
Well, I think that
Alright.
27 pounds is probably enough that's kind of where she was going to need to be anyways.
Yeah, I mean, that's like more than my light carrying capacity right now.
That's a lot for
So-
Emmy.
You're so
In addition to the
frail.
plus 8 strength.
Okay, so is that everything that everybody wanted to do?
You know, Emmy's gonna work on that one spell she was doing before. I got it in here somewhere. I don't know how many successes I already have. What do I roll for that spellcraft?
Yep.
Gotcha. That's a 24.
You are able to work on it some more successfully, and it's definitely a little bit harder than it was when you could focus a bit better with everything. But it is you do feel like you made some progress working on perhaps the somatic portion of what will be necessary for that spell.
Got it. Cool.
So yes, mark a success.
That's 2 out of 3.
Oh, just as a point of interest in regards to after Amiko leaves the drink, Gideon is going to start working the pattern of the Rusty Dragon in conjunction with the Iomedean symbol onto the pauldrons, sort of as a
Oh,
player aspect.
hey babe. Yeah, like see what I did? Okie dokie. That sounds
Everything I wanted to do, I got done last, like less than half a week ago before we left, because that's how long it's been. It has not, in fact, been like 6 months.
I totally remember each and every one of you, as well as myself, with 2020 clarity.
Indeed. That's
I'm
right,
pretty
Mazus.
sure-
You have an item that you were wanting spells copied out of.
Yeah, I have an apprentice spellbook.
You
Don't you
do.
also have
You
the
also have
legend
another.
Yeah, I also have another, but
Yeah.
I can't open it because it's nifty that way.
Yeah, didn't make the deal. But
Well,
all right.
he didn't make the deal, and I'm sticking to that version of the story.
So,
Unless
You
there's another way to
definitely-
open it.
I don't know. Maybe.
Arcane lock, maybe.
Yeah, the knock
Yes.
spell.
Knock knock. Who's there? Yep, just shave and a haircut. Shave
Open
and
up,
a
bitch,
haircut.
it's
You
magic.
just do it over and over again until it goes click click. All right. So you are able to. She copies down just as efficiently as you remember. She is One good worker. I think last time she told you that she got you 100 gold over this short period that you were gone. She was a machine.
Yeah,
Well, she told
it
me
is.
that she'd gotten the 100 gold. She just was so proud of herself.
Mhm.
He didn't even have to take leadership. This is broken.
Hey, you're assuming she's not exactly young. She's like 14. She's old enough to strike out on her own if she gets the wild hair.
I'm
That's
just
what
saying,
I'm
saying.
you're making money off of this trade, man. All I got was love.
A couple of dwarven orphans that one's a sociopath and the other's an idiot.
You get 2 hitmen. Put 'em
Yes, they'll
together.
come in handy when they're not like 12 years old.
You can
12
make
and
them
8.
kill the rat again.
Come on, man.
Just, we need to have a cleric that can cast, or no, I need to get raised pet. That's what I need to get as a paladin. A couple levels from now, and then I can start.
That's what Paladin Dance had. Raise familiar or whatever it is.
Yep.
All right, let's get back down to business. The night does pass very easily, with you guys keeping yourselves busy. Titka is very happy to see almost everybody back. She's almost happy to see everybody. She kind of remarks under her breath, only half under her breath, "Ah, too bad, wizard not dead. Maybe next time." But other than that, there's no real change. Let me see. We're going to cut to the morning, and in the morning you have a on the door, even before you guys are ready to leave.
I mean, I'm not
Oh,
sure
if I'm
who's up
staying-
first.
That'd probably be Gideon. He'll make his way over to the door. Hello.
I mean, we're all dying, so
Just like
the least you can do is open the
little
door.
groan. Everybody else just goes at the same time.
Good morning. Good morning.
No, I mean, Magpie's still been awake. He's a
No.
bird. He just hasn't wanted to move.
All right. So you open the door, and in front of you, you see the sheriff, Sheriff Hemlock, and he says, "Oh, good morning. I'm sorry to bother you before you leave, but I know your whole group's not feeling very well, and you're having to go down to Magnamar, and a friend has been volunteered to help you. He's not been traveling with the caravans lately, so since they've been sticking around in town, so they've asked him to help you for a little while. Just a second. Over here." And what walks up to or strides up to the door, Tommy?
And what probably has to do this to get through the door, standing at 7 feet tall, but being like a lanky 20 pounds, comes an orc. He has a elven curved blade strapped to his back and a horn bow, kind of in this pattern like this. He's wearing leather armor, and you can see the leaf with the 2 eyes that is the Green Faith's holy symbol emblazoned upon his chest with a little if one can imagine half of a yin yang, kind of like they did in the Wheel of Time with the Aes Sedai symbol, cut out of the Green Faith symbol, almost as if a fang hanging on his chest. A not so small cat probably follows him, and cat is kind of subjective as the thing is plated like an. Nahkräs is probably just very, not going to say awkward, but he knows better than to open his mouth in human settlements because it doesn't end well for him. So he probably just looks in, looks at Paladin, looks at the other guy.
Gideon is going to cast Detect Evil and probably do a religion check.
Racist.
All right.
Racist!
He's a paladin.
Okay.
Racist
All
paladin!
well and good.
He's a
I
paladin.
mean, this isn't the first orc that Magpie's ever seen until the purple leather cat comes in.
Yeah, it doesn't look a lot like a cat, to be honest.
It does not.
Magpie's probably still upstairs in bed, so he doesn't even know what's waiting downstairs for him.
Okay, are we back in the inn, or are we not still quarantined in
No.
the church?
It's the quarantine house in the church area.
Yeah, quarantined in the Acolyte's house.
Does it
Oh,
have
okay.
more than one floor?
It does now.
I guess so.
So yeah, no, I'll roll a religion check to see if I recognize it, and he's casting detect evil.
Okay.
Alright. So for knowledge religion, that would be a 16.
You know it's the green faith, but you know the green faith is the absolute basic that the green faith is a faith that is more associated with druids and those of the natural bent. They are definitely ones that it's not that they don't agree with the Omade, they just don't see as the idea of crusading so much is not their thing. And that's kind of what you get with a 15 since they're not as common in this area.
Okay. And no pinging of evil or pinging of evil.
No ping of evil.
Okay.
Not an evil character.
These things are important to Gideon now to make sure, because thrice bitten something shy, I guess, or something like that.
Something like that.
Why paladins should always detect evil on NPCs.
Yeah, a little bit.
There you go.
Okay.
Around now, Emmy comes about halfway down the staircase, sees the orc, freezes for a second, turns around, walks back up.
Okay. My surprise for everybody is that Emmy recognizes the orc.
Oh,
Shit.
She recognizes the orc as not one that has escorted her particular caravan before, but has escorted another caravan that your caravan troop has been really buddy-buddy with. They've even traveled together once or twice, but not with him as the escort. And from what you've heard, he's done a good job, and that he doesn't talk much. He likes his cat and kind of keeps to himself. That's you've heard fair things about him, and the very little times that you've seen him and seen him around, he hasn't been
okay.
overly aggressive or anything. He just kind of stays to himself, does his own thing. But your troop you do know about him.
Okay. She probably still locks up a second, but with sort of a stern look on her face. But then she proceeds down the staircase.
And it'll be about that point in time where Gideon's saying that he'll welcome any assistance on the road as she's coming down the staircase.
Nahkräs just kind of
Okay.
bows. Do I know Emmy?
You've seen her in the other caravan. I won't say
Okay.
that you guys don't know each other, but you've
But like we
seen
know
each
of each
other,
other.
like
Okay.
yeah, like a business relationship type. Oh, I know that guy.
Sure.
Type thing.
So hold on. Let's see how
Who
well
is familiar to me?
prepared Emmy is for this.
I saw him before, and it wasn't pounding a drum with bones.
So that's a 31 to look human in front of him.
All right. Let me grab ye old sense motive check. I have scent. My cat has scent. I roll a 7. I don't think sense motive. Yeah, that's a 9 for me. My war cat gets a 4 plus. Probably not much. We did it. Yeah, that's a 9 and a 4 with scent.
Nope.
Getting those bad rolls out now.
Yep.
Yeah. So as far as you know, she is a
people.
Virizian human. Yes.
Okay.
She does. The cat thinks you smells like foxes, and then you see a little fox come down the stairs and curl around. The fox kind of bristles too. Runs to her feet. Its tail
Can't wait
bristles
till I
up.
meet the chicken. All right.
Will you
Uh,
pound a
Just
chicken?
Nahkräs will just like bow to Gideon, bow in Emyrelda's direction, and just like, are we alone in the Rusty Dragon, or is there are there patrons here?
We are
You're not in the Rusty Dragon right now. You're at
Yeah, you guys
the-
got your own place. Yeah, that's right.
Well, they don't have their own place. They're staying in quarantine at the Acolyte's house. So
Yeah, gross. In that case, Nahkräs is probably just kind of like looking up and down the road, waiting for somebody to like, oh, an orc! Ah! So to diffuse that, and just kind of like waiting on these guys to do the same.
So
All right.
Emmy will sort of look at him. I probably know his name from like hearing people talk.
yeah,
Yeah.
you guys know each other's name, and that's kind of about it.
Okay. So you're Nahkräs. I haven't seen you in a long time.
I am Nahkräs. She's like visibly super like sick and messed up right now, right?
I mean, she's got like chicken pox type things going on.
Yeah, and they've gotten a little bit larger overnight. So
Fair enough. In that case, oh, It appears you've had a rough go of things. Let me tend to you, and I will cast Lesser Restoration on Emyrelda. I assume it does not beat the Sandpoint Devil, but I don't know that. That's meta knowledge. So that is rolling ye old d4. Bam! I roll a 3. Cures 1d4 points of temporary ability damage to one subject's ability scores, eliminates fatigue, improves exhausted to fatigue, does not restore permanent ability drain, dispels any magical effects, reducing one of the subject's ability scores. Can I just auto dispel it?
You didn't auto dispel it. You did not remove the disease. However, Emmy does kind of feel like she doesn't feel better per se, but her face gets a bit more color in it. You feel like you get more color, and the spots kind of shrink a little bit. They're not gone, but they kind of visibly shrink just a little bit. So it does seem to have some effect.
Does it take down any of the damage that I've taken already?
It does. It would have to be rolled for.
I rolled a 3.
So it takes 3. I think you lost 3, so you may be feeling pretty good.
I lost 2. 1 con, 1 charisma.
So both of those seem to go.
Did I know previously that he was a druid at all?
Nah, you guys don't know what each other do. For all he knows, you're a dancer.
I look at him and I go, huh. I didn't know you knew any spells. That's surprising. Thank you very much.
Indeed, many are surprised when they find that an orc of all things has access to the powers of the divine and can devote itself to more than random acts of violence. You must have been through a lot.
There was a house.
Did I hear someone say random acts of violence?
And there
Coming down the
comes in
stairs,
Wayko
yeah.
with a chicken on his head.
Followed by Magpie.
Look, Magpie, we got a brute. Why are you here? What's that?
Racist!
That's what we had Gideon for.
It's not racist. It's observant. Look at you. You're huge.
Look,
Wait,
Emyrelda,
since you bring
we've
us-
got an observant person.
You have a basket? Did you bring us a basket of something?
Basket? Do I look like I have a basket?
I don't know.
mean,
I can't see a basket. Clearly not.
Turns around, looks at Wayko and goes, maybe not basket, but he does have some healing magic that he can use.
Fair enough, but before you raise a finger in my stead, why are you here? Were you sent?
I
You
make
see
my
the Sharia?
way across the land. Because of my kind, we travel Avestan. In my particular order, we help local farming communities repel predators. We help them defend their livestock from wolves and bears and tigers, oh my, without destroying the native populations, without wrecking the ecosystem.
Well, it's all pretty bright-faced and heroic, but did you bring us some soup or something? Because I'd feel like garbage right now. I don't know you're gonna come here and take us on a grand whirlwind adventure. Maybe
Well, we
some
gotta
Why
go-
do you think I have soup? Why do you think anything about what I just said implies?
Well, I don't know. You're in a sick house. Well, at least a converted sick house. A house full of sick people. Surely you would at least have some kind of soup.
That would make it some sort of sick house.
Broccoli, chowder, chicken.
Jewish penicillin.
If you wish for chicken soup, use your chicken.
She wouldn't let.
Why not?
You haven't met this chicken.
The chicken pops its head out from underneath the hat, and you see in its little beady eyes the unmistakable glint of malicious and hateful intent to all the world around it.
Assessing your ability to be used as a weapon.
Chicken demon!
I'll be right back.
I actually am going to flip through my spell list and see if I have anything along the lines of craft soup. Not really.
Craft soup.
I have create water. We can make some broth. Just, okay.
That's like
I
half
can
a
get you
soup.
the best water.
I mean, if you have prestidigitation, you can add flavor to the water. It'd be like
That
vitamin
is-
water.
That
That's
is
like
not on my
bad
spell
soup.
list. Yeah. Just crush up a bunch of vitamins, put them in water, stir it up, heat it up, you're good. That has no negative side effects.
None.
Totally not bad for your kidney or livers.
And Magpie comes down and kind of sitting behind, and well, more beside this full-blooded orc, is an earless, plated, big, feline-bodied thing.
It It's okay. It's okay. She just ate. You're fine. You're
A
fine.
pair of wings come out of Magpie's back, and he shoots straight up into the ceiling. Just head first.
Comes back down.
Oh, it's not graceful. He
Awesome.
flies up so fast he hits the ceiling, like knocks himself for a loop, and plummets back down to the floor.
Takes a
Yeah.
bunch of damage, goes unconscious, kills himself.
Reroll.
No,
So
it
every-
is fine. Here, look.
Lots to
And I'll like
frighten.
put my hand down. I'll put my hand down like to my war cat, and I'm not gonna like tip my hand too hard here, but I'm gonna like motion her to come over and just, it's fine. She won't bite. Here, come. You can pet her.
No, pass. Hard pass.
Kitty.
Why?
He comes over and pets the cat.
A big kitty.
Kitty.
The cat is wearing metal armor, so yeah, big kitty indeed.
Magpie's got like several pieces of loose furniture between him and the cat now.
His feathers are
Why
all
are you
puffed up,
afraid?
you know?
Yeah, he's got that
Not like-
barn owl thing going where all of his plumage that'll go up is up.
Why are you so afraid? War cats do not eat. Do I know what a Tengu is? Have I seen a Tengu before? Knowledge
Far
nature.
north and
Knowledge
you can.
nature comes out to a. That's my best knowledge check. So I rolled a 17 and we're adding 8. So 25 knowledge nature. What is that bird guy?
He is. You have seen the crowmen before, and that's more what they're called around. Colloquially, they'd be called more crowman or something like that. But
I see.
I don't know. Would a
Warcats-
Tengu be considered a non-dire Corby? Because you have dire Corbies. Non-dire Corby? That's something for another chat. Effectively, yes, you know what this creature is.
Fair enough. War cats don't eat crowmen. It's okay. They eat dragons, giants, bigger things. You're safe. I promise. Come.
no, he's not having it.
You look
It's not happening.
sick. Let me.
He's Magpie, he's purring. He's purring. Come check it out.
You do hear
Kitty.
it purring. It
So
sounds
you
like
stay
one
on that
the
side of the
big
room
tiger
with the
furs.
scene.
Emmy sort of looks at Magpie, looks back at the cat, and goes, "Huh? I had no idea you were afraid of cats, Magpie."
Are you
You're
kidding
afraid
me?
of cats, Magpie.
I thought you
Yeah,
laughed at me.
we did a whole bit weeks and weeks ago with Mazus' stupid cat.
Yeah, but Emmy
When
was
nature's
not
ally
there
to
for
see how many
that.
cats I can summon.
It all happened behind her back.
I'm
He
just
was not
now
doing
becoming
that.
comfortable with the idea of Boris.
Speaking of which, Aaron and Mazus start to come down the stairs. And when Aaron sees the big cat, she seizes up, but then she sees Gideon kept petting it, and her eyes go. And it's just, it's very much like Gideon. Kitty. And
Gideon,
she's toting Boris around
why are you
like-
stroking that
a
alligator?
bag.
Friend.
The sheriff has left by now.
It's a very big kitty. It's a very friendly. Come pet.
No.
See, he's got the right idea.
Why are all? She's not going to bite again. She just ate. It's fine.
She's not going to bite again.
So, how does Luvese feel about this giant cat in the room? Now that things have calmed down a little bit, I'm wondering what sort of empathic link things Emmy's getting from Luvese.
She doesn't like it. She doesn't like the big cat. Her tail's still puffed up. She kind of retreated to her little holder. Her little pet purse.
Satchel?
And
Yeah.
you can see her tail kind of sticking out a little bit, and it's all puffed up. I mean, she's not
It's
not like Magpie afraid or anything. Just not liking it.
it's fine with that thing. I've seen this one a couple of times before. He used to escort some of the caravans around.
She just kind of looks at you, shakes her head, and tucks back into the bag.
All right. Well, now that we're all here, and introductions have been obviously made, and Kitty, perhaps we should be on our way. Make sure we get to Magma on a good time in order to ensure everyone's health. Possibly
Speaking
get
of
me more
health,
disease, so my lay on hands can do disease.
why is that here?
Well, according to the sheriff, our good friend here is, in looking for some traveling companions of sorts. He usually takes care of caravans and what have you. And seeing as not a lot have been leaving due to the circumstances recently, the sheriff was hoping that we could let him tag along for a little extra protection. I'm certainly not going to fault having an extra, 4 paws and 2 hands available to us.
And he's willing to travel with the plague infected.
He's
I am not
We
afraid
don't
of the
have
plague infected. If you had plague, I could take care of it.
He's a pretty good healer. Emmy turns and looks at Mazus, and her face is obviously cleared up a little bit from where it was last night.
I'm just saying, it's not plague.
It's not plague. Can I roll a knowledge check to see if I can determine just like what even happened to these guys?
Or some sort of fungal rash.
You could roll some. You could roll a knowledge. You can roll your preferred knowledge if you wish, and I can tell you what it'll give you.
All right, I'll roll a knowledge nature, and it lands on a 26. I am burning the high rolls now.
This is not a natural disease that you've seen before. So
Okay.
You've traveled around a bit. You know that it's kind of similar to a couple things that affect someone's body to just drain it, but to bring down the body's ability to fight things and its general health. However, it's not one you've seen before, we'll say.
Okay, gotcha. So who all in the party, is it everyone but Gideon has this going on? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh, geez. Well, if we stayed here for a week, I could probably take care of everybody.
No,
I'm not sure if
you can't
it has a
really
week.
take care of everybody, but you can keep it from getting worse. Put it that way.
Oh, yeah, that is true. I may be able to stop some of the symptoms, but I do not recognize this, and it is beyond my skill at this time to heal. If you wish, I can make your suffering easier looking at everybody who's got the gross chicken pox on them.
It's up to you guys if you want to have him use those spells to do that.
I mean, I have no
Not
idea
against it.
On the road?
You can do it on
Yes,
the
we have a
road.
traveling
Second.
plan. It's as fast as we can to Magnamar.
Wonderful!
Are you a fast runner?
Faster than you.
Well,
I imagine
was-
Girls Gone
Mazus is
Fang.
probably really I imagine Mazus is really lanky and not athletic looking in any way, shape, or form. I don't know where his ability scores fall, but
Do we not have a cart?
He has puffy robes.
you know
He's-
you
he's
can't
so
run in
fucking-
robes like that. They will slow you down.
You guys do know Mazus
Somebody let
does
the
have a
big guy
cart.
know that I work best when I'm carried.
Are we not getting the cart and getting that set up so that it'll be easier to travel?
It is an awful small cart. I'm not sure we can fit all of us.
It fit all of
I
us
am
before.
perfectly capable to walk. I will walk. I prefer my own feet to a cart anyway. In the wild, my companion and I can outrun something as simple as a cart anyway. Don't worry, I won't take your spot, little pink skin.
Now who's the racist?
I know. I was thinking to myself, the character that's constantly crying racist uses racist slurs.
Orc can't
I have
be
6
racist.
charisma. I don't know any better.
Orc
Yeah,
can't
orc
be
can't be
racist.
racist.
Only pigskin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So did my new fancy bladed scarf ever show up?
Let me see. When did you order that?
Same time as the cart.
Get my calendar out.
When we got
Same
sick,
time as the cart.
or not when we got sick, when we got cursed by the Sandpoint Devil, I think.
Yeah, it was been about the same time we went to start at
Uh, Then yes. You think
alongside
that
the stock.
you think that it should have come in either it should have been in already. You feel like it should have been in already, but it had. You suspect it has come in. It's probably either been dropped off with Amico, or I guess you would call it a post office. I'm not sure what they would call it there. The carriage house, maybe at the carriage house. Either one.
Okay. Emmy will ask Gideon and our new orc friend Nahkräs if they would be willing to go pick up a fancy new bladed scarf for her from. It would either be in the post office or the carriage house or the Rusty Dragon, and he would obviously have Gideon, or she would have Gideon go to the Rusty Dragon, and Nahkräs go to the carriage house to see if they can find anything. Because she doesn't know if it's contagious yet or not, so she's not going herself.
Very well, I can certainly do that. That would also mean that the playful Magpie should be in as well.
What? What did I order? Did I order something?
Your S talk.
All right. Yep. Probably take that with me.
You guys got to remember your own equipment and stuff.
What with the magic and whatnot.
All right. So he'll make his way towards those 3 locations to see if things are picked up.
I'm happy.
Things are to be picked up.
Gideon's got it.
Plus, he needs to thank Amiko for the beer.
Now, a couple other things.
I think Magpie in character is vying for him to get his hand back.
You brought it up, and I'm playing the long con here, right? Magpie's all about inter-party shit disturbing. I stole a bunch of money off Xian, and now I'm gonna get Gideon's family business back.
Yeah, he stole Emmy's money off of Jen, which he still has no idea about. He has sort of blocked that whole...
I was gonna give it back until you tried to spend all your money on a rat.
Hey, that wasn't nearly all of it. He'd been saving up.
All right.
All right, well, I'll give it back to you when we leave. You're gonna need it for shopping in Magnamar.
Yeah, she still doesn't know you have it, so there might be a little bit of a surprise there.
I got you a gift.
Here you
It's
go.
a whole fuckload of coins.
It's legit platinum. So,
Oh yeah.
all right. So, Tommy, we will go with Nahkräs first. Get my tongue to do it right. And where would he like to head? Gideon's going to head to the Rusty Dragon, but you can head to either the post office or the carriage house.
I think Nahkräs is just going to I'm not going to stick to Gideon, but I'm going to go in the same direction as he is because I'm not sure how this town at large is going to react to big scary green guy and big scary deaf alligator cat. I know I'm smart enough to realize that people are terror of the Paladin.
Wayko wants to make it abundantly clear that if you're quietly trailing after the Paladin, you're going to have to quietly trail after him too, because he refuses to quietly trail after you while he's quietly trailing after the Paladin.
We can travel together. It's fine. You don't need to sneak, little one.
I'm just saying, get your own
Paladin. All right. So since you're sticking fairly close, we're just going to go straight to the Rusty Dragon then. Perception checks, please.
Cross rolls 12. Regard rolls probably really bad.
I've got a 4. 10. Plus 4, 6 plus 4.
Pair of 12s over here. Bent.
Okay. Gideon, you notice not a whole lot. You see that people kind of turn and look as you go by, but the orc and the cat both notice that it's more the ladies that give the double look to Gideon as he's going by, and people do kind of double take with you, but between the association with him, apparently, you think, as well as the fact that you've been to Sandpoint before with the caravans, and apparently the sheriff was trusting enough in your abilities to send you with someone, at least a certain group of people that he cared about, at least parts of them. You get the feeling that you're not looked at necessarily because you're an orc with a big cat, but rather that you're a big guy with a big cat and a couple weapons on your back that's getting you the attention. And still most of the attention is going to Gideon.
Gideon, the women of this town see...
I didn't quite catch that. I heard women.
Broke off a bit.
Oh, I did. Oops. Gideon, the women of this town seem to quite enjoy the sight of you. How many children do you have?
Not as far as I'm aware.
Why not? Everyone seems to like you so much. Just look at them.
You say it loud enough.
Oh, no,
and
you're
avert their
confusing
eye.
this. No, this happens all the time. Everybody confuses this. They're not looking at me like that. It is simply because I used to grow up here. They all know me. That is all it is, and it's from the heroic deeds that my group and I have been able to pull together. That everybody misreads
It's
it.
the pedestal.
It's completely understandable.
You prefer men. Okay, I understand. I like pat Gideon on the shoulder really hard. I will keep your secret, I promise. I will not misunderstand again.
No. You're
Wayko's
misunderstanding
losing his
there.
mind. As
Never
of now.
mind.
That's the funniest thing he's ever heard.
It's okay, Gideon. It's fine. I understand. It is okay. Wayko, don't tell the others.
Hey man, this is secrets be.
See, it's fine. Your friends have your secret, Gideon.
There you go.
As we get into, like, if we're, I guess, going to the Rusty Dragon first, as we get to the threshold, I'm going to sort of get the pauldron out and unwrap it as we're going, so I can show Amiko the work I've been doing.
Okie dokie. So you're coming in. The breakfast crowd it's still fairly dark. Well, it's not dark. It's kind of gloomy outside still. The early morning clouds are still hanging up high or hanging down low. And you get in, people aren't out as about as they might be. So you come in and you've got enough, with it starting up, you've got enough time to probably get talking with Amiko real quick. She says, "Oh, come over this way."
First off, wanted to thank you for the beverage last night. Very much appreciated in the heat. I actually wanted to show you, and he pulls out it reminded me of my roots and everything that I have here. And he starts showing the pattern that he started work in terms of the emblem of the Rusty Dragon alongside the Iomedean symbol and etc. And almost childish glee coming from Gideon because he's just, yeah.
All right. Roll me a sense. I want you and I want Wayko and Nahkräs to give me a sense motive.
Okay.
For what Amiko does.
Okay. That would be a 12 for Gideon.
Nahkräs has a 19.
521.
Ooh. All right. So, let me see. Oh, she crit fails. Okay. So everybody, even Gideon notices that she visibly turns a little red but also gets just as excited. And she kind of, as he's showing her, and she says, "Oh," and she touches his hand as she starts to look at it and kind of trace over the patterns too. And she kind of looks up at him and says, "Oh, Gideon, this is wonderful work. I'm very pleased with it. It's just wonderful. When will you be back?"
Well, hopefully not long. We're headed to Magnemar to make sure everybody's feeling well. Been following up on a bit of a lead that we were able to find in the house. Actually, that's the other reason we're here. Did any packages come for either Emmy or for Magpie, perhaps?
Yes, actually. I've been holding on to them. They got here yesterday.
Oh, lifesaver.
So, that's what they all tell me. Come in the back. Not you. She points at Wayko.
May I come in the back?
That's what she said.
No, that's what he said.
Well, it was that's what she said. Then it was also that's what she said. And then
It's
it was
what
that's
Gideon said.
When he caught on to the flittery eyes at Gideon, he was thinking of stirring up a misfortune hex, just to get more likely that you would trip or screw up or say something stupid to Gideon. But he wasn't going to do it because he's a pretty nice guy. Now he's seriously thinking about it, but I don't know if that's something I can do subtly.
That depends. So she says, "Not you. You look terrible."
Okay.
And
aha, he did
you
it.
can come back
He said the
not to
thing.
the cat.
I will nod and follow. And as I do, I'll kind of like stage whisper at Wayko, just, "It's so sad the poor girl doesn't know." And just like take off into the back.
Oh, The chicken is whispering dark secrets in his ear.
That's way worse than
yeah.
his fortune hex. That was-
But you know what? No, he's gonna go and sit at a table in the corner and stare daggers at the back room.
Okay. So she takes you in the back room. You guys go in the back room, and she's rummaging around. She says, here they are. And she picks up the longer package, which is probably the Estoc, you would think. And she hands it to the orc. And she picks up the other package, which is substantially smaller, but still heavy for its size, or slightly heavy for its size. And she says, I made sure that the pattern on it was something that would match her very well. And she gives it to Gideon.
I will pass that along to her. I'm sure she will be very, very pleased with it.
Excellent, excellent. Well, come on, let's get you out of here. You need to get your friends down there. And so you head out of the room. They're back really quick, Wayko. I mean, nothing happened. You didn't miss anything.
Oh,
But-
he's quietly brooding still. He's gonna
Oh,
go
the,
on after.
the chicken is just like, did you see what that clucker? Did you see what that clucker did? She pecking didn't let you back there. Can
It's
you
all
believe
right.
that?
They will all taste retribution eventually, my dear sweet chicken. We just need some
Yeah.
time. Everyone but Gideon, who will taste no retribution, but he will instead shine like a star on top of a lighthouse on a mountainy bay.
And that's where you lost me.
The rest will all die. It'll be okay. Don't worry. You'll still get some death. Don't worry.
Good. Better cluck and deliver.
I always deliver. It's just belated.
So you and Nahkräs head out with the big cat, and as you guys are heading out, Gideon comes out a little bit last, and Amiko kind of slaps his butt a bit and says, "Go get him," and closes the door after.
Gideon yells, "Will do." Keeps walking.
All right. So you guys head back. You've got both. You went to the right place first.
Alrighty. So we'll make our way back and hopefully get everything sort of organized for the trip. Hand off the packages to their respective owners.
Okie dokie. Y'all's
Nice.
got your stuff.
And Gideon will go to, Amiko was saying that she made sure that the pattern was something that she thought would go well with you. So, yeah.
Oh, wonderful. Next time I see her, I'll be sure to thank her. Also, thank you two for picking this up.
Anytime. I wanted to
So,
show off my work from last night anyways. And he pulls out the pauldron again. He's like, look at this.
So
I can swing my sword.
I swing
Okay.
my sword back and forth. I swing my sword back and forth.
Aaron, as per Mazus's probable instructions, has been preparing the wagon for departure while everybody was gone.
Certainly. He is too sick to do it by himself.
Magpie
find
has set up
Very
a
efficient.
hammock like usual.
Stuffed a few twigs in it.
Yeah. Oh, it looks distinctly nest-like. It's very. It's all Tengu made. He brought that from home.
Oh,
You know, you can't have that permanent, right?
That's why. Why do you think I put it up and take it down every time we go somewhere? I'm not gonna leave it in here. You'll try to sell it back to me.
Well, this is the first time we're using this particular wagon.
The other one blew up a little.
Well, I just
a
wanted to
little.
inform you that that nest will have to be temporary.
Gideon will take his likely position as driver.
well, Aaron wants to drive, but I mean,
Well, if she wants to drive, I'll let her drive. I'm just saying, I think that I'm the only person who's got a handle animal trained skill.
That's debatable.
Who's riding the wagon? Oh,
Wayko's-
I don't want to ride the wagon, Drew.
Hunter.
I'm gonna perch on the back and whisper and argue quietly with my chicken.
quick,
If I
just do
like
it now.
patch
They
the
won't
side
know.
of the hammock like room for two. Looking at Emyrelda.
She will.
If the hammock's a rockin', don't come a knockin'.
You may not badonkadonk in my wagon.
I'm not really one for a crowd, you know. I just.
I forgot you two were a thing, says Wayko.
Yeah, Wayko literally says that out loud.
They're a thing? Can humans and crow people breed? You people make no sense to me. And I'll just start maybe 100 feet out in front of the wagon.
He says, well, I don't know if humans and crow people can, but never mind.
At all of this, Emmy is probably blushing significantly.
She doesn't have to
but
transform to turn red.
Oh.
She'll sort of sit down in the hammock next to Magpie and whisper to him, I can't believe they said that out loud.
Wow, yeah, he's Wayko. He's rude. That's like his whole thing.
Yeah, I guess. And then she'll sort of lean back and relax.
Yeah, and Magpie goes for the big obvious stretch.
Yeah, but the problem is he stretches his wings too. So it's like, and he just kind of wraps them both up, making it a lot even less inconspicuous.
So is this
Whatever, eat
like,
me. We're waiting. We're gonna be in this fucking wagon for like 2 days.
So this sickness thing, is this like an itchy thing or is this like a hurty thing at this
It's
point?
a little bit of both, mainly itching.
Okay,
the itch is there and it aches on the body.
okay, so she doesn't complain too much about it then.
Yeah. Speaking of which, now's a good enough time to get saves.
Ooh.
What kind of save is it? Fort?
Fort save.
Are you sure it's not a reflex save? I feel like it's a reflex save.
Evasion for half disease damage.
I will power myself healthy.
Oh, I remember this save being fairly high. Ooh.
All right, Mazus, you do not need to roll a d4. Emmy, you do need to roll a d4. All right.
Dirty 20. I didn't. I got a 13.
That's a 1.
Ooh.
One charisma and con damage then to you.
Yeah, I figured. Oh well.
Malcolm, you need to roll a d4.
Got 3.
That's 3 charisma and 3 con damage.
Woo!
Ouch.
Yep.
I can't imagine either of those stats are particularly high for a Sylph witch either.
They're not terrible, but
Not something you want to repeat.
he's not falling apart at the seams. He's just getting ever more manic, hiding in the back of the wagon, scratching and chickening.
Do you take damage whether or not you make the save?
If you make the save, you do not take damage.
Oh, okay.
Now this wagon
doesn't
is
get
my
worse, I
property,
should say.
so if you die in my property, I'll take your property because it's my property.
Good thing I'm not in the wagon.
None of that is legally applicable, but sure.
Unless they turn undead.
You die on my wagon, I get your stuff. That's the rules.
I'll make sure to fall out before I keel over.
I'll haul you back in.
Gideon will say, well,
You're
what happens
sick
if you
too.
then-
Like
what happens if you die then, Mazus? Does that mean that Aaron gets everything? Or
that. I was gonna say then Aaron
Aaron looks
becomes
at him
mine.
and says yes. Aaron says yes.
Pile it
No.
all on a boat. Pile it all
I
on a boat. Whoever's
I shall
still
make
alive.
sure that I have my will well and prepared, should that come to be.
Burn it all down.
Yeah, don't worry, Aaron. I know where he keeps it. We'll burn everything.
She just kind of looks back, smiling at Magpie, kind of gives him a wink and says, "Oh yes, and I practiced his handwriting all the time."
She would, wouldn't she? She would have to.
That's my girl.
Gideon will lean over to Aaron.
Yeah, he says that. He says
faces
like
a
that's
few legal quandaries, but that's definitely in his image.
I'm just waiting for like the post game RP when we're just talking about how Mazus like died mysteriously and all of his estates like became hers.
his entire magic weapon empire. All right. Let me see who's rolled it recently. Oh, let's put it on the new guy. Tommy, roll a D100.
No, here we go again. Let the new guy do everything you do.
I
All
want
right.
some fish.
If you roll 3 zeros, I will personally come to Missouri.
Welcome to Missouri. All right, so bam. 50 on the nose.
What do 3 zeros mean?
They mean I'm going the other way.
It means jackpot, don't you know?
Don't you know?
Just busting your chops.
I had fun.
That chase was for training.
Well, I mean, you didn't die.
And
Exactly. There's one
but we
thing
don't
I'm
have
good
the hero points to save me this time.
at. I'll survive.
So, you guys each, you guys are looking around. It's going fine. You know that you can, if you're leaving early enough, that you could get to Magnamar before, basically at the nighttime of this day. You'd basically be traveling all day, and it's pretty easy. First thing that happens for sure, let me have a perception check from Mazus.
Who's stealing my stuff?
Magpie.
What?
I see you.
Put his stuff down. Oh man.
He sees everything.
Oh, okay. So you do see everything.
I'm trapped under a woman in a
You-
hammock. I'm not taking shit.
You're taking
So-
liberties.
Magpie, yeah, Gideon, Mazus sees what you're doing back there. But Mazus, you feel a sudden lightness come out in your pack that you were kind of taking off finally as you got started.
Lightness in my pack.
Mm-hmm.
I will investigate my pack.
And as you do, the Lich Book is gone.
Is there anyone near me at this point?
With a 20, you don't see anyone.
That's odd.
Mm-hmm.
Too odd. Did anyone rummage through my pack? Erin, did you copy
Yes.
for both the tomes or just the one?
I thought you told me the other one couldn't be opened.
That is correct.
I couldn't copy from it.
But you removed it from my pack?
No?
Have you seen it, though? It seems to be missing, is what I'm getting at.
I haven't seen it today.
For shits and giggles,
Okay.
Gideon is going to do his paladin duty and send his
Of lost
detect
and
evil
found.
cone back towards Mazus and see if he
Okay,
catches
Mazus.
anything within the 30-foot cone.
Just casually, like, sweeping the horizon as we ride.
Well, no, more towards where he is, just to see whether or not something may or may not have been there or is there that we can't see.
Messing
Because
with
we
me.
faced the Bargist, which was not entirely there. So we've encountered invisible creatures before, or semi-visible creatures before. So
Yes. I'm not accusing you of metagaming in my head. So,
not at all.
let me see. Do you have any evil gear? I don't think anybody has any evil gear.
No.
So Mazus is technically lawful neutral kind of guy. So, no, you don't detect any evil.
Okay.
Never mind, I can't actually do that. Never mind.
Okay.
You'll just have to wonder.
You just have to wonder. Well, you guys look for it for a while, and it's weird. It doesn't seem to be anywhere in the cart. You've already left Sandpoint. You don't think you left it there. In fact, you kind of remember seeing it in your bag when you were packing it up and putting it in the cart. And you didn't leave your bag really, so
Is there any way a fey creature could have been in here, Mazus, or something that's playing a trick on us?
A fake creature? That's ridiculous. But possible.
Nah, I don't know. We took it out of that spooky old house. It's probably back there.
I'm going to ask my chicken if she knows anything.
let me see.
Did the chicken catch anyone?
Chicken just looks at you and like, cluck if I know.
You really need to watch your language.
Hey, cluck, excuse me? You listen to me, little boy.
No? Okay.
Yeah.
You win.
No. And she started, she goes,
I'm arguing with the chicken. Happens a lot.
I'll tear you a cluck a new one, you little clucker. You think you can come in here and peck me out of my own house? This is my deal.
Used to be so sweet.
It's like
It's
half
out.
your hit points, right? Mel? This.
Don't try to fight the chicken.
Yes, that might
Alright.
end poorly.
I did kill someone by throwing the chicken at them.
Yeah, but you
That is a thing.
channeled a spell through it.
Oh, I'm sure it's far more dangerous than I am in terms of arcane prowess. I'm more of a
Nope.
ride along.
Right, so there's an arcane tome of immense potency that's on the loose. Well, that's not good.
It'll be fine.
No, and it is my property, which makes it less fine.
You got a very broad definition of what can be considered your property.
Well, I retrieved it from a person who didn't want it no more.
I don't know if that's
I
strictly.
guess
speaking
you're
true.
right.
I'm not sure how many people believe that, but yeah.
Yeah, for someone as
Okay.
greedy as Mazus, he doesn't keep track of his personal belongings very well.
Now, it was in my bag.
So-
I can tell you that for sure.
And it just flew away?
Yes,
We could
as if a little bird would just snatch it.
No,
Backtrack if you
You're welcome to search me. Just get all up in my nooks and crannies, Mazus. I dare you.
We could backtrack and search for tracks, but we won't make it to Magnamar before nightfall.
Indeed.
Yes, and we might die before that.
Ooh. Now I'm excited.
What for? Oh.
We'll call it adventure.
Yes. Come over to the Cluck side.
Hello from the clucking side.
All right. So, you guys continue on. You don't stop or anything like that.
I don't want to stop.
It's on Mazus to decide if we're doing so, because I have no idea where that book is, and I have no idea what that book is.
Mm-hmm. You didn't detect
No.
evil on the book.
Nope. No,
No,
I don't actually. You're right. I don't think I actually detected evil on the book itself.
don't worry about
Nope.
it.
Why detect evil on the loot? I mean, none of the other loot was cursed.
Basically,
Wait, didn't we pick up a bunch of cursed loot a while ago?
You mean bed sheets?
I don't know, maybe.
Yeah, you had silk bed sheets and stuff like that. You go looking for those things?
I thought we sold them.
No, we didn't get to it.
You guys went straight back and, well, that's a question. Did you guys leave your loot in the house?
Well, I figured we would sell it in Magnamar.
Yeah, I was gonna say.
So that bag that had all of the sheets and stuff in it, there's nice silk sheets to sell. It seems to have fallen flat.
Okay, we're
Called it.
definitely losing.
I called it.
I knew that the
Oh.
damn house was going to come back to fire. Did absolutely nothing.
Me and Gideon called it, and he puts his hand up for a high five from the.
So you're telling me we have to go back there to fetch my tome?
Wait, what about that awesome monkey doorbell?
Sorry. Monkey doorbell is also missing. Your monkey doorbell
Oh,
is
no!
missing.
Oh no! Guys, we gotta go back right now. There's a house I need to reburn down.
We are not going back there.
Horrible case of magical shingles be damned.
Ah, shucks. I guess we'll just have to keep going to Magnamar. Like, Mazus didn't lose anything important.
It is a small detour.
Sure.
That we can make another time.
Just remember the flaming like explosion when you open the door, because
How about we go? How about we go to Magnamar, find a cleric that has consecrate or something that can remove the evil curse from the land itself.
bringing in the
And then
clergy.
go back.
It's clever.
2 more levels till that leadership slot opens up.
First, we got to get healed, though.
All right.
That's my point. We go, we find somebody who can remove this disease from you people. We see if they have the ability to consecrate hollow. Basically, get rid of the fucking curse, and then
Hey.
we go back.
Onward to the big city with the big old broken bridge.
Okie dokie. So you continue on, and getting to where you can see it's afternoon when you get that way, but you're getting close to over where you could see way far off Foxglove Manor, and indeed it is not cinder and rubble, but a full mansion. And even in the bright sunlight, it seems a bit gloomy.
I told See, Wayko, you nearly killed us all for absolutely no reason.
Not for no reason. I burnt a house down.
It's right there.
Oh yeah, we can go do it again if you want.
God.
Yeah, just like launch a
Help
flaming
me.
arrow through the front porch window as we pass.
It's
Let's
not
get it
that
on the way
close.
by.
It is quite convenient having a house that just grows back. Can't argue with that, really.
It's actually quite efficient. Silks and all.
Well, we're gonna have to deal with that later, I guess. Just nobody touch anything the next time.
Let me get 2 levels. I will make sure that I have a whole fucking holy crusade available to me, and we will go back.
You're not acting very paladinly. When I say you almost seem spiteful.
Use the word crusade. That's the most paladin-y word.
Craig, eat a Snickers. You're not yourself when you're hungry.
Can I have a Snickers doodle instead?
Ooh, snickerdoodle. All right.
Get a goddamn priest in the goddamn empire.
We're on a mission. God.
How a paladin becomes Kylo Ren.
Let me show you the way.
Okay. So, you guys go on. I think Tommy said his character was a little ahead of you guys.
Yes, that means he gets ambushed
Yes,
by bandits
yeah.
slightly before us.
So,
You're shot by and but like
you're really breaking up, Tommy.
Yeah, you're just bits and
But-
pieces, bud.
You're so funny.
Give me a
Nothing.
perception check.
Tommy froze. Oh, he heard us.
15. He puts in the Roll20 chat. So, let me see. It's not hard to see afar off, and we're going, I assume he would relay it to everyone else, that up ahead he sees a farmer running from like 6 goblins that are chasing him.
okay. Am I coming through now?
Yes, better.
Okay, so
Tika's on the cart, right?
do they? I'm trying to not metagame what I'm doing about goblins in this campaign. Does the farmer look like the goblins are going to run him down?
Well, he doesn't look very happy.
All right. So then I'm gonna. I guess the better way to word that is like, does he look like he is capable of outrunning them?
He's ahead of him right now, but not necessarily.
Fair enough. Okay,
Because-
so I'm gonna look down at my war cat, and I guess flavor-wise, this comes off as me kind of like purring and growling when I turn on Speak with Animals to talk to, and just, you will eat goblin tonight, and I'll like draw my sword and try to like interpose myself between the farmer and the 6 goblins, and like not order her, but like get her to follow.
Okay. She does not seem super thrilled. She goes when you say you eat goblin tonight, but she doesn't
I make the
particularly
face
protest.
right back.
You do that. Let me get the map ready then, and I'm gonna need some initiatives in just a moment. Let me
And
pull
we're,
up
we're fairly
place
certain
where I
Tika
can
is
go.
on the cart somewhere, correct?
Yes, Tika's with y'all.
Okay, because we forgot for the last time, and having a bard is usually a good call. Brave, 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 brave. So, Robin,
You guys
we'll need
there.
you to add my token when you get a chance.
Are you not using the same token?
No, I mean in terms of for initiative, because the initiatives just got lost there again.
No worries. I'm getting y'all in there. Do. No, Nahkräs and his cat.
Well, I'm going last.
I think you
That's
have to
not-
take your original one there, Mazus.
I don't feel like that's good for me.
Can you guys see the initiative order?
I can, but I lack a token.
Okay.
Yeah, I can
I
see
was just
it
making
up
sure
there.
everybody could see it.
I don't see my token in the initiative order yet.
Oh, I added Mazus twice. What did you roll, Mazus? 1903? Okay.
Nah, you got
10
1003.
out of there.
No.
1003 was the original.
Only you.
Why
can
Nah,
see
you
it.
cheaty McCheater.
Oh, I see it now. Initiative 1003.
Well, you switched the layer thing,
Yep.
the map thing.
Cheaty
We
face.
changed maps, so I get to roll again, right? That's how that works.
See, the problem is now you remove the one that we can see.
You don't see yours on there?
No.
No, because we switched screens.
I see it now.
Wait,
It's right
enter.
by Magpie.
No.
I still have control of Wayko.
Ha.
We'll be right back while we set this up.
Okay. Why are you not dragging in Nahkräs?
I have so many names.
There it is. There's Nahkräs
I made it.
and Nakat.
Nahkräs.
Nahkräs and Nakat.
I accidentally
Kitty
drew. Never mind.
Hey! Give it back my second cat. Also, I'm probably like here.
I can definitely draw for some reason.
Well,
And
when you
accidentally
see
did
it, you guys are right there. Quit doodling. Select the different tool. Stop it.
I swear I'm done doodling. If I was not done, I would draw a Star of David like this.
I think a Star of David is too complex for my like mouse and roll 20 skills.
Yeah, no, I can't. I can't make a straight line in anything, be it pencil, paper, or game on computer.
So where's the rest of the party in relation to Nahkräs?
We'll say about where 5, 10, 15, 20.
Can you
25.
add my token to the turn order,
I see.
please? To the turn order. My token's on the there I am. There we go.
Okay. All right. So this is about what you guys see, and let me get that farmer in there so you'll know about how far he is away, because it takes a second or two for you guys to get up to him. But he sees you and he's running toward you, like, help me!
Just charging along to panicked banjo music.
All right. Let me get him about where they are, about where you guys are. Farmer. Well, that's just downright unfair. A lot of these
It usually
farmer
is when you're a
tokens look
farmer in a
dead.
fantasy setting.
Yeah, they
They
look
know.
downright dead. Got a lot of hope for farmers in this game, it seems.
Well, I feel like there was a reason the NPC game we ran, we weren't
I think-
entirely NPC levels.
It
And
could have
still
been.
died.
Yeah, and we still all died. Off-screen deaths.
To
Yeah.
be fair,
I didn't do anything but holler and drink that entire session.
Sounds like a
That's true.
successful session to me. No, he does look quite dead. Poor guy.
you
Two
guys
of
see
them,
him?
two farmers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see him.
There are two farmers crawling prone towards you.
Eh,
I know,
Zombie
right?
farmers.
they stabbed us in our legs. They're so short,
Oh,
they,
no, you
couldn't, they
legs.
couldn't stab higher, so they just stabbed me in my legs. I'm not dead
My
though.
arrow
I'm
can
just
stab
so many times.
hurt.
I can only pencil roll to freedom.
Just
I've seen you build characters, Tommy. Do you even need our help? Or are you just gonna handle this by yourself?
I'm gonna watch and cheer.
we'll see what happens. Yes, we
Gonna
have a
stitch the
bard.
lips shut.
And fortune hex me.
Tika
Does he go
is
before I
with
do?
you guys.
Yeah.
Well, Tika's with you guys, but she's asleep with Rat, and Erin is taking a break from driving, and she's sleeping on the other side.
Maybe it's time to
Stop
wake
the
him up.
goblin.
Maybe there's a dangerous situation going
No,
on.
they don't need to wake up. It's just some goblins.
They need their beauty sleep.
Kill goblins in our sleep.
Where did that farmer go?
Would you wake up a child because there was a bunch of buffalo on the
I
side of
see
the
'em.
road, or would you just drive by the buffalo?
Obviously, you've
Depends
never
on what
been
part
on a
of-
road trip with my family.
It depends on what part of Kansas I think.
Look at the horses! I was taking a nap. Fuck.
Cows. I hate cows more than I hate copper.
That's a reference I hadn't heard in a while.
Yeah, it's been ages since I've watched Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
That's another one. That's another one I need to put on our watch list.
Yeah, but that's a good
Yes.
movie.
You can watch good movies. Give them
I'm just saying.
Give them all
I'm not
types of
gonna
credit.
have. I'm not gonna have anything detrimental to say about Oh Brother Where Art Thou.
Don't shoot the livestock, George.
Shoot the livestock, George.
I'd have something to say. It'd be like, yeah, he's that one chaotic evil character. He's that one chaotic neutral character that just does stuff to do
George
stuff.
T. Nelson? George T. Nelson's chaotic evil. Don't you beat around the bush right here.
Alex, cut all this out. Cut all of this out.
Yeah, we're gonna
Leave
need
it,
to.
leave it, leave it all.
Wild
Morning
goblins.
breeze.
God, goblins.
Just cut the whole
Gotta kill
goblin
the
fight out.
goblins.
It never
Why
happened.
doesn't the Warcat have a initiative?
Because it acts on
Nah,
my initiative.
Okay,
Yeah.
Unless you want me to roll it separate, I can.
nah, it's fine.
Okay.
Okay, so 6 goblins chasing this farmer dude, and I gotta roll their initiative?
I'm going to guess that Magpie technically likely goes before me with a 15.
Oh.
I don't know what
That's
your...
not- they've already gone in.
Because mine's... I have a 5 plus 5 to my initiative. I think you likely have more.
No. I'm assuming you took improved initiative?
I might have.
Yeah, yours is higher than mine. Mine's all just dex bonus.
Fair enough.
All right, so nice. So,
Got that very nearly +5 dex bonus.
At some point, you will overtake me.
Soon.
Soon and for the rest of your life.
That's what she said.
Well, probably speak to a marriage counselor if that's what your relationship is like.
You mean all relationships are like that?
Oh, I think we lost Tommy
Alright.
again.
Gobbos.
And
Tommy's
That's all
here.
right. The gobos go first.
Oh, there he is.
Gobos go first. So this one sees the farmer. He sees this big freaking orc. Okay, and he's like, he kind of skids for a second. He's like, and he's got his bow out, so he goes like, and he kind of points at the orc, and points at the cat for just a second. He points at the farmer instead, and let's go.
Yes. I mean, that's not a good thing for me to RP. No.
He misses the farmer.
You're not
Wait,
going to
wait,
need
wait.
our help.
Wait. Let me make sure. He rolled super low. Oh no, he doesn't miss the farmer.
Against that farmer is like
AC 10?
minus a bunch because he's super drunk because he's just dumb NPC.
All right, he only gets 1 damage. So the farmer goes ah and takes an arrow to the knee.
Nope, he's getting married. He's marrying the goblin.
Is that how goblin courtship rituals work?
Apparently.
it's a bone arrow
Wayko, it's your
wedding.
turn.
Quick, wake Tika.
It's
Ask
crossbow
her.
wedding.
All right. Well, I guess Wayko will
Fortune, hex.
He's just gonna
new
disembark.
guy.
walk forward with a, just kind of a curious, watchful eye. He doesn't really seem to be urgent. I guess he'll double move because he can, but only till about there. That's him. They're goblins. I do not take them seriously.
Famous last words.
Good thing Tika didn't hear you say that. She's just kind of been offended.
Just makes up, run it yourself.
It's okay, we don't take Tika seriously either.
Hey, y'all keep giving Tika guff. She stays close to. She's a backup PC, which means she's your level. Okay.
She's also a bard, and bards are awesome.
But she's not awake and
Sort of.
singing.
True.
No.
Awakened
she's
singing
not.
would be better.
That would be much better.
I get the feeling though that Tika
Alright.
knows like only alt rock songs and like of the 90s.
Just breaks down to
No,
like
That-
Nirvana.
I'm just waiting
she
for the
led you
big
guys in-
reveal where she finally actually gets a performance off when we're all around, and it's just like skillet songs.
Ew, no, no, I'll kill her myself. I'll take an alignment change.
Well, no, you guys
Alright.
heard her do the song the traditional goblin song she led you guys on when you were doing Radapalooza. Don't you remember?
Hooked on a feeling.
She had you go ooga shaka chaka chaka
Yes.
ooga chaka.
This isn't the first time that Boning M has come up in conversation.
All right, so second goblin. What does second goblin do?
Pick
Second
his
goblin.
nose.
It's them to come around. They're going. This one seems to be leading them. He says, big orc and cat, make dinner," and that's what they're going to try to do.
Here they.
So they've got their bows out right now. So right here they'll move. Right here they'll move. Right here they'll move. Right here they'll move, and they'll say, "First one, ooh, no, that wasn't as high as I thought it was." Does a 14 hit on your cat?
It does not.
1 does not confirm, misses your cat.
Yes.
6 does not going to hit you. Oh, rolling terrible. My DM dice seems to favor you guys.
Good,
So
good.
Good.
you get, and it shoots at you, but it does not connect, unfortunately for me. But you do get a rain of arrows coming, and they all look at each other and like, oh, and they drop their bows. All right, Gideon.
Gideon's going to run forward. While he's doing so, he's going to pull out the composite longbow.
Ooh. Okie dokie.
Is going to. I just want to double check the range increment. I'm pretty sure these guys are all well within.
Oh yeah, the
His
100
range, yeah.
hit with a composite
yeah.
longbow.
And your first range increment. Yeah.
And
You're good.
is the this blacked out area, is that just like the swamp area that's kind of mucky?
Yes, you guys made it that far down before you encountered
Where
this.
we were before and had issues with muck. Okay, he's going to take aim at the leader
Okay.
because he should have a clear shot of the leader.
Where you at? I guess you're still technically shooting it. It's not shooting into melee if they're just standing there, is it?
It is not. He'd be shooting into melee if somebody was like right yonder. But
Yeah.
They
So
have
yeah,
to be
you're good.
within each other's threatening squares and fighting in melee to be
Okay.
counted as melee.
Okay.
So,
Okay, so first combat roll of the night, back as Gideon after a few months. And I'm not shooting laser pistols at my own people.
they're sicking scary antelope giraffe things on us.
18 to hit.
That'll hit.
Okay, so that is a D8. So that is 7 damage to the leader. He pulls back.
So it's and you see it catch right in his side, and it goes and knocks him back like a foot. It'll smell really bad, mister.
Wouldn't be the first time.
Classic goblins.
All right. Is that everything Gideon's going to do?
Yeah, at this point in time, because he's not really got much else that he can do.
Okay.
Yeah, no, that should be everything.
Magpie?
Ugh. Mazus, what's going on out there?
Good question. Why did we stop? We are dying here.
Well, that doesn't tell me. Like, is there like a tree in the road? I heard
tree?
screaming.
A tree in the road.
Well, I mean, right, he's been lying down, so he can't exactly see out the front of the wagon.
Yeah, him and Emmy are laying in the hammock.
Nothing? No, all right. I guess I'll get up.
Well, I don't know if I could technically hear what you're asking.
I asked Mazus,
not-
not Gideon.
Oh, yes. Now there's a horde of there's a horde of goblins in the way. Why don't we just run
You hear
over
him
them?
almost like
So
he audibly goes, kind of vomits in his mouth a little bit when he says, "Oh, goblins."
He just remembers the smell.
Mm.
The smell of burning goblin.
That he engineered himself.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying, like, the smell of burning goblin. It doesn't make the smell more enjoyable.
You don't know that. You don't know what he's into.
Well, I choose to believe not that.
I smoke goblins for fun.
Ew.
I love the smell of goblin bacon in the morning.
Yes.
No one loves that smell.
Well, Mazus does. He's a freak.
I don't think he does.
All right.
All right. Lean forward, dear. I guess we should get up.
He'll roll out of the hammock and can I shoot a bow from inside this wagon? I'm very short.
Technically, you got an arch there, so yeah, you could probably have enough room to pull back. You got to step over Tika and Aaron.
Well, I could just fire it from inside the.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just fire the bow. If is it okay if I fire the bow from here, or I can step outside, whatever?
It's kind of like that, I guess. No, wait,
Okay.
that wouldn't be right. There you go. Mazus is on the front.
Okay, then I'll step through the front of the wagon, like onto the. I'm sure there's a name for it, but the seat at the front of the wagon.
Step into shotgun.
Yeah. Man, really wish I had a crossbow. That's a 27 to hit.
27, 27 hits. Who are you aiming at?
I will. Only one. Oh, okay. There's three different tokens. Can I
think there's
see the
six,
one that
actually.
already has an arrow in it?
You can technically see him clutching his side. Ugh.
That works for me. No, jobs are. That's the wrong voice. Jobs already half done. 4 points of damage.
All right. So you see it, and he clutches his thing. He says, "Oh, smell it, my stuff." And as he says that, his eyes kind of catch a glint, and he turns, and it goes. He collapses to his knees, and then flops to the ground.
God, I
His
forgot
buddies
how
look-
amazing I was.
Magpie is amazing.
Not even fantasy shingles can keep Magpie down.
All right, is that everything Magpie's doing?
Yeah, that's moving a standard.
Nahkräs, what are you
All
going
right.
to do?
So everybody has a bow drawn at the moment, correct?
Except for MH. she doesn't have.
I mean the bad guys, the goblins.
No, except the
these
ones that
guys
dropped the bow
dropped
after
their,
firing at you.
yeah, they dropped their bow because they were like, that was pitiful.
So they're all unarmed. Is that what I'm hearing? Before I just go waltzing through threat ranges, basically.
They are technically unarmed. I don't know that you could charge that far.
I'm counting 60 feet there, right? That's 55 feet from my
Yep.
Warcat to there. So we are
You can get
going
there.
to. Warcat will go here. Nahkräs will go. Whoop. I wanted my ruler to double check. That's, yep, I can charge to both of them. We will charge here and here. We will start with Nahkräs's attack roll. Natural 20. I am not kidding. Bam.
All
It's
right,
not
roll to
just
confirm.
the-
Oh,
it's
we gotta
assuming
roll
You
the
took out flank as your teamwork feat.
Yeah, maybe. To confirm, but goddamn, I swear to God, dude. Oh, wrong way.
Nat
Yep.
20s. Nat 20, nat 20. All right,
I
roll on
swear to God.
100.
Roll on my D100. All right, these are going to be a little more complicated because I don't have a whole lot of desk space with which to roll. So these are going to go all over my floor.
and
69.
slashing weapon.
Or is this,
Wham. That looks terrible for you guys, but it is
69.
69.
Nice.
Slashing weapon.
Slashing weapon, Elven Curve Blade.
According to this thing, the ear is removed.
No, good.
you slice its ear right off
I slice this.
and
Well,
do
that's
and still do your damage. We'll say.
okay. Got it. So he takes. I got to whip up my character sheet. Charging does not add to damage, right? I forget.
Adds to
No,
attack.
it's just a +2 to hit.
Okay, got it.
And
So
-2 to AC.
he takes 24 damage.
Okay. So you slice the ear, and you were like, "Oh, I'll get his ear off." Well, as you do, the rest of the head comes off with it. So you kind of go, and it's just
Yeah.
pop, 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 pop.
Sweet. My Warcat will attack. Let's attack this guy right here. The one that Mal would like me to attack. Yes. Rolling to hit. I don't think I have improved critical yet. I do not. Does a 27 hit?
No.
On a goblin.
I gotta ask.
Yep, we're busting out the high rolls today.
Yeah.
Yeah, use them now.
That's
At
like
least
the
that was a-
second crit and the third 19 in the last 5 minutes.
I did in fact roll a natural 19, and it's 10 damage.
All right, 10 damage. This thing, you see the cat pounce on it and just rend it with its claw. Was it claws or bite?
It's a bite.
So when she bites it, she comes right down on its shoulder, like you see in those anime movies, and you see the psss,
Nice.
and she shakes it just a bit, and it kind of falls out of her jaws onto the ground.
Deal. That will be all.
All right, now this one. It's seeing what's happening to its buddies, and it's like, oh, not worth it. And what it's gonna do? Yeah, it says we'll kill a black fish, and it
Should have had a V8.
it runs off, moving double its speed as fast as it can. Well, actually, run. They don't have the feet though. Whatever.
That's still 3 times.
It's moving
speed.
as fast as it can. away from you guys. And Mazus,
He's gonna
what is
whip
this
the
aura
horses.
that I'm seeing, by the way?
Stop the XP from running away.
Yeah, he's whipping the horses, accelerating the wagon, aiming for
To
the
go after the
goblins.
XP?
Hey, unless
Oh,
that
he's
thing has
making to
woodland
run over
stride,
the
I'll catch it
goblins?
eventually.
All right, so I need to move this thing.
You can
How
only
fast
move.
is that thing?
Well, it has like an acceleration of 25 feet, so I guess you can only move 25 feet this round. But then
Yeah.
it can move. It can move up to 100 feet.
25.
I think it's double.
can
Its
move-
maximum speed is double that of the pulling animal.
Yeah, which is 50.
So it can move 25 feet this round, and then it accelerates up to
And
that.
then I move 50 next time, and 75, and then 100.
All right,
And then they'll be
Mazus is spurring this thing
smushed.
on. You guys
I'm
see him
standing on
coming.
the front bench. Do I have to make an acrobatics?
Well, you did say you were standing on the front bench, so you can make me one.
I mean, if I don't have to, I.
Didn't you say you made a driver character, so you know the wagon fighting rules things?
Yeah, it's basically the ramming damage is basically the exact same as falling damage.
You guys running me
That's
over?
hard.
Falling object damage.
He's right behind you. You might want to dodge out of the way.
I'm gonna need to dodge out of the way, I think. You assholes.
So, Mazus, Magpie, make me that acrobatics.
Okay. Wow. Well, I rolled a 4.
That's probably still enough, knowing you.
So that's a 14.
Is that enough? Moving cart, it's only moving 25 feet. Probably enough. We'll say it's enough.
Wow.
You kind of stumble backwards a little bit.
Give me a warning next time.
We're not stopping.
Alright.
What's the size category on the wagon?
10 by 20. It's a heavy one.
Oh, okay, so it's huge.
I didn't draw a 10 by 20, but that doesn't matter.
It'll do.
All right. You guys see Mazus starting to barrel down on everybody. Accelerating. Emmy?
Mazus
gonna do?
smells black blood.
All right. She is. Would it be possible for me to move out of the wagon and still cast a standard action?
Well, right now, the wagon is moving at 25 feet. So it's moving now.
Yeah, I know.
So-
That's why I was
but you can
asking
see-
if it'd be possible to do both.
You can make an acrobatics check to get out. An acrobatics or athletics, whichever you would prefer to just hop out. But you'll be hopping out of a moving vehicle.
All right. So she is going to try to cast Entangle while she is moving in the wagon. And she's going to try and plant it in this square right here. 2 squares away from the goblin.
She wants to. It has to make the reflex save then.
Yeah, so it's a 40-foot
let
radius
me-
spread, but I got to see if I can concentrate on it while moving first.
Right.
So let's see what I can do. That's a concentration check or a caster level check?
Concentration.
The same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's a 23 to cast.
You can totally do it.
Oh, buddy.
All right. So that is Entangle. Oh, what do you know? It automatically makes the caster level check for me when I roll. Who knew?
All right. So what was the DC?
DC is
16?
16.
This thing sees those vines starting to pop up, and it's just like running right in front of the vines.
Like Jackie
So-
Chan running up the falling train cars.
That starts
Yes.
right around there and makes an arc reaching 40 feet to here and here and goes around the rest of these, goes 40 feet out from that center point.
So it caught everything then. The other two has to make saves. Fail.
It caught everything except for the
Fail.
war cat.
Yep.
Good.
These two over here fail, and this one makes it. It's running ahead of the vines as they're spreading slower that way for some reason. Thematically.
You know what Roll20 really needs is a spell area of effect template tool.
They don't have any really good ones. They have some, but they don't really have good ones.
Even if they were just like
Yeah.
a big circle that was like, this is how much shit a fireball hits.
Yeah, agreed.
Yeah. So handle animal check. You're not sure how well you're going to be able to control this horse Mazus as it continues to barrel on.
Yeah, I'm trying to understand the rules, but it doesn't give me the DC.
Incoming
Well, I
next
don't
turn.
think a 9's going to make it anyway. So,
I mean, it's for accelerating.
okay. So, that happens. Okay, big guy's dead. So I'll trash his. Wayko, it's your turn. Might want to get out of the way.
Yeah, so he was looking rather smug and satisfied with himself. He was conjuring up a hex. And then before he could get to do anything, y'all charged ahead, and those 3 guys are dead, and that one's full of arrows. Those are all tangled up. And so he's going to step to the side here, and with a rather annoyed look, he's going to cast the slumber he was preparing on the horse.
TPK.
There's
Okay,
2 of
let's
them,
get-
just so you know.
Well, that's even worse.
Yes.
There's still 2 of them all the way down there, and they're covered in vines next to a dude with a giant sword. I think I'll slumber the horse.
And cause the wagon to careen over and just collide with everyone up to and including that poor
Well, it was
farmer.
about to run over the farmer anyway.
Let's just make sure it runs over him on accident.
You ask me, I'm being the hero right now.
Yeah, okay. I smell chaotic neutral.
It's better than his chaotic evil.
Nah, his last evil character got turned into a basketball. It wasn't. It was more funny than it was malicious.
Yeah, he still did a pretty good job at killing people up until then. Well, usually.
All right. Let me get back to what we're doing. Okay, horse. Are these regular horses or ponies?
They're conjured,
Actually-
aren't they?
They're dragon horses. They're immune to sleep, actually.
I'd
They're
assume
they're
regu-
heavy horses.
Actually,
So they have a +3 to their will save.
Heavy horse, you said?
Are they the conjured ones, or did you actually buy heavy horse?
No, I bought horses, but I can always make some spare ones.
Well, I didn't expect the horses to. Well, let's just see what happens.
Yeah.
'Cause I don't
let's
honestly know
see
what I was
happens.
expecting, but it certainly wasn't a pileup of dead horses.
That's a 22.
Oh, they're good.
You got 2 horses?
They're drowsy and confused and charging at full speed.
He can only target one.
Oh,
Okay. Well, one of them is drowsy and
that's
confused.
it's good that you went ahead and rolled it because I rolled a 7 for them.
This is
So
also, yes, good. Otherwise, Wayko
Alright.
just steps aside and chucks a spiteful spell at one of you guys, and onward we go.
all right, so you see him kind of like push, throw it at the horse, like quit, and the horse goes kind of wobbles a little bit, a few feet each way, but does not slumber the horse. These guys' turn. They are stuck basically, and they are they're gonna try to get out. One gets out, one does not.
I don't suppose the
So
action
this
of
guy-
trying to get out provokes, does it?
No, it's a reflex save to get out. So but the movement is about to do well.
I think it might actually.
It's an escape artist check or strength check to break free of entangled,
So it's a skill check.
according to the spell.
Skill
Here.
or strength, one or the other.
Well, they rolled escape artist, and their dex is great, so that wasn't a problem for them. But that aside, skill checks themselves don't provoke; it's movement that does. Correct?
There's a lot of things that provoke. This one I'm not like totally
Depends
sure
on-
on.
Depends what the skill check is.
Yeah.
Just
So
escape
so
artist.
what is it in this escape artist? Well, I mean, escape artist doesn't provoke by itself, but if you move,
Oh,
that's part of it. Or
Yeah,
Does
he
it
is going to
provoke?
move. So that will he's going to provoke either way because
Right.
he wants to get out of these things.
Gotcha.
And you're only going to be able to make one anyway.
Okay.
He's going to move 5 foot diagonal here, which will provoke.
So,
So you can slice at him.
and so she will. Does a 12 hit? Okay.
No. As he's falling and stumbling out of the vines, your cat goes, and she just kind of misses him just barely, kind of nicks his ear a little bit. But otherwise, he gets away.
Mhm.
And that means he gets to draw his weapon. He's going to draw his weapon, but he can't use it because he's stuck. He's going to. I mean, he's surrounded by difficult terrain. So I know what he's going to do. He's going to drop all of his stuff, get down on his knees, and say, "Please, please, no kill, please, no kill, Miss Time, really." He's going to grovel.
Just in time for Gideon to like Boromir an arrow right through his face.
Or for Gideon to break out those manacles and we do this song and dance again.
All right. It is Gideon's turn. Gideon is close enough to hear this and see the motions.
Yep. So Gideon's actual thought process here is if Mazus is trying to drive the cart, he kind of knows how that's going to end. And so, because it's
Fair enough.
So Gideon's kind of thought process is he wants to get into the cart and take the reins from Mazus and start trying to control the horses.
Okay. So, athletics or acrobatics, whichever you would prefer to get into the cart. We'll do that first.
Sure. Athletics. Where is that under?
A.
Do we have athletics? Can we roll that?
No.
Yeah, I don't think athletics exists in Pathfinder, does it?
No.
I think we're all very gullible.
Acrobatics.
So-
Acrobatics or climb.
Acrobatics or climb? Climb? Okay.
Yeah, 'cause you could grab. He's right there by you, so you could grab and lift
Sure.
yourself up.
I am. That's
I
a
can get
natural
that.
17, so 20 to climb.
You can hop right up. You yank yourself right on up there. So,
I
next
ask for
question is-
the reins.
Okay. Is Mazus going to give you the rein?
What do you need him for, Gideon? We're moving onward.
You remember the last time you tried to drive?
It is a little bit more difficult when you have high speed, but it should be fine. I always go forward at least. And we
There
need to
are
go
children in
forward.
that vehicle.
Would you like me to take over?
You'll drive it into the goblins, sure.
We're driving in that general direction. I just don't want to careen into the farmer that's ahead of us.
Yeah. He's still in the road.
Yeah, you can avoid him.
Okay. So, handle animal check.
Okay. Can you save this farmer and
It's a
goblin's
DC
life?
20 check.
Well, thank God I have a +6 to handle animals, because that's a 21.
Woo! That's close.
I rolled a 50.
That was close.
That was real close.
That
Y'all
farmer's
people
life.
shouldn't be driving nothing.
Hey, I've got a rank in handle animal. Okay, that's as good as it was going to get right now. I don't get a lot of skills.
That farmer only had. He's an NPC. One run over would have done him in.
Well, I just
That's
mean, what's
triple.
Mazus's excuse for not having a rank and handle animals? He's driving all the time,
Loaded against the
driving
road
up and down the road.
Does
You don't need to be proficient with wagons to drive them. You just need to be proficient when you're trying to drive people with
I'm
the
just
wagon.
saying, you should know how to drive a
Over
wagon
people.
well enough to not go off the road because the thunder went off
I
the
take it
one
that's
time. The horses.
speaking of which,
that's
does the
likely
farmer get-
my turn, or do I also? I think that's my movement and action there, right?
Yes, let
Okay.
us
That's
move the
your
wagon.
action, and you now have control of the cart for. I guess it technically would be moving on. It's still moving on Mazus's turn, but you can say where it goes, and Mazus can do
Yep.
it.
Well,
That's fine.
Because it'd be weird to now have it move on your turn.
That's fine.
I don't think we'll get to your turn anyway. Next round, so we'll see. Magpie.
Doesn't the farmer get a turn in there somewhere?
To do what?
To
move
get out of the way of the
the
wagon.
He's been.
Turn to
he's got a-
rise.
He's got an arrow in his knee. He's collapsed on the ground.
Okay.
Pencil roll, man.
Pencil roll to freedom.
Just get out of the way.
Roll in the hay.
He's just done. He is no.
If you
more
don't want to
in-
get run over, he'll find the strength, man.
Just make yourself really narrow and you'll go right underneath us.
I'll roll to see where he is. He's going last anyway, so
Oh, gosh.
he rolled a 2 on his initiative.
Are both of these guys still alive down here? That's a ruler. It's not going to paint.
Those two, yes. They're both alive. One is begging for his life. One has drawn a sword.
Oh, goblins.
I guess I'll shoot the one with the sword.
Okay.
I feel like I would get sneak attack damage on the one who's begging.
All right.
If you wanted to attack the one that's crouching and begging for his life, Gideon may not see it right now.
He's
Oh,
too
yeah.
busy trying to not wreck the cart.
That's a good point.
Oh, look at that.
I'm
It is
gonna
something
say,
interesting.
remember, Emmy's right
I'm gonna
behind
say
you,
that my
too.
aim was jostled by the movements of the wagon, and the arrow just so
did
happened
your bluff again?
happened to go towards the kneeling begging one.
How convenient.
For a 17 to hit.
On which one?
The kneeling begging one.
Oh.
Healing begging. Oh, all right. Emmy just saw you snipe a kneeling begging goblin.
It's rocky. We're going up and down on the road. It's very.
Oh my fingers slipped.
All right.
Back the bit and the bop bit and the.
Roll your
Another 4
damage.
points damage.
Oh, 4 points, huh? You slam it right in the back. And it starts as it ends its begging while it's still on its knees. That's with your
Oops.
sneak attack?
No, that's just the bow.
Oh. Well, it's begging for his life. You didn't want your sneak attack?
Oh, okay, yeah, sure. Never mind. So hold up, man. That's another 9 points of damage, so 13 total.
No, so as it's begging for its life, we will reflavor that.
Oh, sorry. Hold on. 16 total. It's 3d6, not 2.
Oh, poor thing.
Okay. So as you're using your bow,
Yeah, the short bow.
so this thing's particularly skinny neck, as it's begging, Nahkräs, and its head just kind of rolls backward off its body as its body falls forward.
Whoa! I hit
Wayko
the wrong
yells-
one.
Go yells bonus.
So Amy's boyfriend
What do you mean you
just
hit the wrong
killed a
one?
begging goblin.
Hit the
I
wrong
mean-
one.
You were aiming for the one who surrendered, right? That's what it looks like to me. And you got him. Good shot.
They all look the same to me.
Racist.
Oh, now it is Nahkräs' turn as Magpie is like, oh, oops.
Uh-oh.
Oops.
Didn't mean
All
for
right.
that to happen.
So is this guy right? Oh, that is the ruler. This guy right here is on the square that like he says he's in. He's not like off the board.
This guy?
Yeah, the archer
No,
mini.
he's technically off the board.
He's technically. Is he within 80 feet of me?
No, actually,
Okay.
because it moved like 3 times its speed.
I see. Okay.
So it just barely got caught in that thing where it had to make the save.
I see. All right. So where is if I'm understanding it correctly, the entangle is like there. Is that right?
It's basically it's basically this whole corner here.
Okay, gotcha. All right.
So running after it
Um,
would actually be through difficult terrain.
Difficult terrain that my woodland stride doesn't like.
Yeah, and the thing about that is, doesn't it make another attempt if you end your turn in there to get
Mhm.
entangled? You have to make another save,
You do.
something like that.
Well, first things first. This guy still wants to fight, right?
Yep.
All right. So I'm gonna 5-foot step and full attack.
No, leave him for us.
No, no.
I want to run him over with my cart.
He wants to use this cart now before we're going up against like giants and dragons and stuff, and the cart becomes arbitrary and also burnt to cinders. So does a 20 hit it?
Yes, it does.
All right. Second attack is a 21,
That hits as well.
and third attack is I went 16, 17, 18. So we are 2d6 and or rather a d6 and 2d4. I feel so powerful. So 4, 5, 6, 10, 13, 15 damage from 3 attacks.
15 damage from 3 attacks. She basically decides to go to dinner right now. So slash, it falls down. She starts eating him.
Good.
Briefly forgetting how terrible goblin tastes.
Yeah, well, she was told that was dinner.
So next question is, how does the Green Faith feel, or I guess more specifically, how does like the Order of the Fang, how do we feel about goblinoids before I start like chasing this dude down?
They're part of they're part of the order, supposedly.
Okay, fair enough.
Everything is.
Do I get the feeling like if we don't go catch this guy, he's gonna go back and do this again? And he is sentient, so he's making the decision. He's not like a dumb animal trying to. No, that's terrible. I fall from grace. He's not an animal trying to feed himself. He's just trying to like be terrible, essentially.
You can do a sense motive in the middle of war, I guess.
Can I do a knowledge nature?
You can do a knowledge nature. It won't give you the same information.
All right, good because I rolled a 2. A knowledge nature is a 10.
Okay.
Had I rolled a sense motive, that would have been a 0.
So at the moment, this seems to be a creature that is running for its life in the natural order. If you can't catch it, you can't kill it.
Okay. All right.
Predators don't get to kill things just because they can.
Sure. Okay. Then what I'm going to do, first things first, I'm going to get out of the way of the cart that is barreling in my direction, and I'm going to move like 5, 10, 15, 20, and then like I'm 5 feet not there, like down here, 5 feet. And then I don't know what the range increments are like, but I'm going to take a pot shot at it. So I'll roll, and then the range increment on a orc hornbow is 80 feet. So
okay, it's not outside. It's not outside your range increment then.
Okay, so then I get a 15 to hit it if it's in my first range increment, 13 if it's in the second.
15.
Mhm.
You take aim and you almost get this thing. You see an arrow fly through its ear, and it goes like through its ear.
Mhm.
And this particular goblin goes, "Ow, ow, ow!" And it grabs its ear real quick and keeps running.
All right, that'll be all. The Cross is
Okay.
busy having an internal conflict about whether or not killing this sentient is it's copacetic with his order.
That goblin, it's its turn. It moves like they move 20 feet, I think. No, 30 feet.
Yeah, they're fast.
Oh, I shortchanged it then. So it gets like 90 feet away, 90 feet further away. It is running as fast as it can away.
Does any of that running take it through like anything that might impede its ability to run?
Difficult terrain, yeah.
No, it was at the edge of your thing when you casted it.
No, it was at
So-
the center of it. It's
It
40
wasn't-
foot radius, not diameter.
It was off the map already when you cast it.
Oh, it was?
Yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't
Gotcha.
actually in the
Yeah.
corner.
I
You
thought
just
it was in the
didn't
corner
take
there.
it off of the map.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, it doesn't take it through any terrain that way. So it gets its full
It's like
90.
flat
and-
grassland. Okay.
Well, it's kind of dimpled, so it's got these patches in here that are difficult to
Okay. All right.
Mazus, it's your turn.
Did Gideon accelerate as per Mace's instructions, or did he just avoid the farmer?
Well, Gideon, what would you do?
What would Iomade do?
What would it? Basically, the idea was we were trying to get this under control, so we didn't hit the farmer. So he would try to get around it, and I guess to continue accelerating to speed. The issue is he doesn't want to leave Wayko behind.
Oh,
So you get 50
this
feet.
combat's over.
Yeah, get right over here. You can go around him
Yep.
and not hit him.
Yeah, you have to move diagonally if you're like accelerating.
You have to move diagonally. That's
Yeah,
weird.
Or straight, but then you.
Pretty
flip the
sneaky,
farmer.
sis.
Yeah, it represents the wide turn you make when you turn while accelerating in a cart.
Okay, so we're right about there then. That means that front wheel and the horses are starting to hit the difficult terrain.
I say, do not careen into that bog.
No, it's,
Or the cat.
it's collateral damage. It's fine. You're a
Gideon!
healer, right?
His next move is basically to try to make sure that it gets through the bog safely.
Okay, so that means Mazus is right there. What does he want to do?
How far away is this goblin?
By now,
How far
That's
can I
The
throw this guy?
desperation to kill the
It's
last
100.
dude. Every time.
They always get away. This has to
Mustn't
stop.
escape.
This has to
You will
stop.
perish in flames.
We just
What,
need
did
we
you
just
just-
need a W where everything we fight gets murdered.
Everything we
We
look
need a
at
W.
that doesn't offer us a quest, it gets murdered.
just murder hobo the entire rise of the Runelords. People, you
far-
continue the quest not out of duty, but out of the fear of someone wanting not to kill them.
Out
How
of the
far
desire
away
to
is
burn the
this
rusty
guy?
dragon to the ground.
How far away is the goblin?
Oh, let me see. From where that's at least 40 there. That got it at the edge of it. It was 90 more, so that's 130 from right there, and then that means 5, 10. It is 270 feet about.
That's way too far. All right. I guess we're just gonna have to have the satisfaction of driving over these corpses.
Closer and closer to that line. Closer and closer.
Wayko's gonna pull the arrow out of this guy's knee.
I'd go
Okay,
super
okay.
evil if I can kill goblins. I'd take that trade-off any day.
So before you go doing that, Mal, I think it's Emmy's turn.
Yeah, sorry, I didn't know we were still in combat. Go ahead.
She is she's pretty upset right now with Magpie, especially after what the orc was yelling back.
You didn't see shit.
I'll make a perception check. Don't you tempt me.
What's Emmy gonna do?
You know, I was half thinking about trying to push Magpie out of the cart.
Vindictive! I told you, I missed. I hit the wrong one.
He's lying. This arrow smells like crow person.
All
Throw
of
it in
my
the
arrows smell like crow person.
Exactly, and
Throw
it's
in the
sticking out of the one who surrendered.
Drown him in the bog.
Because I missed
Uh,
the one that I was aiming at and hit that one instead.
I feel like Magpie would not survive 3 magic missiles and getting run over by a cart.
Good.
It was
Just put him in the bog.
it was a target-rich environment.
She's not trying to
There
kill
were two
Magpie
guys.
here, but she
No, you're
She's
just
pretty
trying to
upset.
shoot me in the back 3 times and have a fucking car run over me.
no, she's not going to do that. Is what I'm saying.
She's gonna shoot you twice and have the car like kind of run you over.
I think we need to see other people.
Realize we
So,
still have 7 hours to go on a road trip together with like only one pit stop.
Yeah.
So
what she is going to do instead of that, because she doesn't want to actually kill him.
Just
just-
meme.
Just make him half dead, not all dead, half dead.
No, she doesn't even want to do that. She just wants to show some anger.
Then yell at me,
Oh.
you psychopath.
That's what she's going to do. But in part of that, little bit out of her control, a burning arc is going to sort of fly over the top of Magpie's head, and to the side of the horse. So it'll land right about there.
Okay.
And just for giggles, let's see how much damage it would have done.
Are you shooting my horse?
Shoot
No,
the
not
horse.
the horse. I'm next to the horse. Next
So
to
Are
the
you,
horse.
are you spooking my horse?
Potentially, yes.
Yeah, that DC just went up a whole bunch.
Thanks, Emmy.
So minimum, close to minimum damage there.
No, it was it's pretty medium damage. Just one of
Oh,
your
yeah.
dice has to be a 1.
Okay.
Okay, so right then, right over Magpie's head.
I mean, I wouldn't have enjoyed that. It hardly would have killed me, though.
big proper flash of light.
Well, yeah,
She looks at you and she goes, "Oops, sorry. Target-rich environment."
That's good.
actually I like that. She's gonna go with that one.
Was it momentous enough to properly precurse me finally yanking the arrow out of this guy's knee?
Yes.
That
First, I
is a
need
kick action.
Greg to give me a handle animal check.
We're
They
technically
were
not in
trying to
combat.
murder a dude.
The DC is like 5.
How am I the asshole here?
Because you're the PC.
I jump off the wagon.
So at this point, it's okay for me to break and try to, control these things and whatnot.
You're doing your handle animal to make sure that it doesn't, get out of your control, and you can't do that because somebody blew a fire right by one of the horses.
Okay. Well, that'd be a nat 1.
Use your hero point. Reroll that.
I don't have any hero points left.
Mazus, use your hero point. Make him reroll that.
No, it's fine. We're just going forward. It's fine.
Yeah, that seems super. I'm gonna kill you all.
We just can't steer. That's the only problem.
That's a pretty big
We're
problem.
going 50 feet forward.
Okay,
Through
I'm
the
serious.
bottom.
I'm jumping out of the wagon.
All right. So first off, roll me a percentile dice, Greg.
Sure.
If anything,
55.
going away from the flames.
55.
Yep.
Okay. So that means I will roll a d6. 4. Unfortunately, it continues straight forward
Ah,
at 50 feet.
At 50.
So, how much damage does that do as Wayko is yanking that out of his knee?
2d8.
He's running right over him too.
Not sure if you need to make an attack roll.
And I am going to give them a reflex save to get out of the way since we're at the end of combat. So Tommy, reflex save for you and your cat.
Gotcha. We gotta scroll up this character sheet. It's like 5 pages. Nahkräs gets a 13. Mogaru, well, her name is not Mogaru. Her name is just Cat because she is just a cat, and I don't anthropomorphize things. Gets a 17 with evasion.
Cat makes it. You don't.
Wonderful.
I know.
Does Kuros have like an intense hatred of Disney films, or
Tommy does, but
what?
And that's, how can you hate Disney?
because they bought Star Wars.
And Rescue Rangers, Robin Hood, and fucking all that other shit has to suffer.
Fox. They bought Fox.
And the entire time, like, Gideon's trying to control us, like, where the hell did that fire come from?
Yeah.
Spook the horses.
I am really tempted.
Spook the horses.
I am very tempted to attack that horse. Well, I have my bow out, so it's irrelevant. Lucky you guys.
All right. That means that we're gonna have Greg roll the 2d8 then.
Okay.
What? You don't want my 6?
7.
Oh, there
Huh?
you go.
7
Seven.
damage. 7 damage.
This is a reflex for
Yeah.
half kind of thing.
Now,
I didn't know you could grab those and move them around.
who's playing with the dice?
Greg.
What?
No, I meant on the table, on the virtual table.
No one.
Tabletop.
There were never any dice there. Shh.
Hmm. All right. So that happens.
It does.
Wayko, you got this guy right here, and he's got an arrow. And he's kind of bleeding
Yes.
a little bit. He's like, "Oh, thank you
Finally.
for saving me. Thank you for saving me. I was out
Yeah, no
looking
problem.
for."
No problem.
Yeah.
You're looking for something? I'm gonna pull the arrow out of his knee once I ask him the question. I'm not gonna wait for him to answer. I'm gonna say you were looking for something. I'm gonna yank it.
Yeah. I was out looking for my for one of my husbandry things. I was come from the farm over there. Farm
Wait, one of your animals or one of your husbands?
He's out looking for one of his husbands?
animals. It's not
All right.
rightly mine. It just migrates over here. It was. Have you? Oh my knee.
Okay. What flavor of animal?
Well, it ain't exactly an animal. It migrates this way. It was a shambling mound.
Oh,
Shambling mound.
I hope no
Okay,
one
what
killed a
direction is your
shambling
farm
mound
going?
anytime in the recent past.
Direction. What direction is your farm?
It's that way. He points. He points over this way.
Okay, I'm gonna slumber him.
What
Okay.
possible
Okay.
use could you have for a shambling mound?
Wait.
I don't know. Protect
Let
your
me get
farm.
let me commoner stats because he got an 18. What's your?
The DC for
What's your
slumber
DC
is
on
gonna
that?
be 17 for the hex every time, at least for now.
17. Oh, it's a 17 DC.
Yeah, against his
see
will.
Him get kind of. You see him get kind of.
Don't make us cudgel
kinda
him
shakes it off?
unconscious, because we will.
And, and he's like, "Oh, what's going on? Did they poison that arrow or something?"
No, that was me
really
trying to-
bad."
That was me trying to put you to sleep so you wouldn't scream like a bitch while we carried you back to your farm.
Oh, well, I won't. Here, just help me up now that it's out. Maybe. I can-
Okay. Come on. He gets the chicken to lift his other arm, and I'll lift his other arm, and
That is a very, very strong chicken.
it doesn't do well.
But it'd be a very, very tall chicken
Yeah.
too. It's a full-grown man.
Actually has an axe beak.
Oh, that'd be terrifying.
And I guess we'll limp away after the cart.
Yeah, we will limp
Okay.
away.
Okay, so we are past time to finish up. Let's go ahead and get
Yeah, it
this done.
seems.
You guys are going to take him back to his farm or not?
We are definitely. I am
Yeah.
taking him back to his home, and then we are
Yeah.
going to have a talk about who is driving the cart and how to drive the cart.
He
did
says
just
as
hit him
he's
with
wiping off hoof prints.
Yeah.
Including the use of fire around animals. Step 1. Don't.
Also officializing our etiquette on whether or not we kill goblins. Because I'm thinking it's like a yes, but I'm getting a lot of mixed signals.
Yeah, see, I'm with all of you guys who didn't.
Zika wakes up
Threaten
and
me.
oh, Ghost Goblin.
No, you're fine.
No, not you.
You play the banjo, you're fine.
That
Yes,
goblin and that
please.
child are both very, very, very deep sleepers. I'm just gonna say. Just gonna put that out there.
All this happened in like 12 seconds.
Yeah, the cart took off in like 12 seconds.
So
I'm not gonna lie. There was a time when I definitely could have slept with that.
Yeah, fair enough.
We take him to his farm.
take him to his farm. You do find out that there was. He tells you about how there was this one shambling mound that he found when he was really little. The shambling mound had basically just recently created somehow. He doesn't know how it works, but mechanically, Mr. Nature Check would have known that it kind of gets created. You know, how a basic of how it gets created.
Mhm.
And it must have been very recent because it kind of formed an attachment to this farmer. And it would wander around going and eating refuse and stuff, but it'd always come back to his farm during wintertime because it would go into hibernation, and it knew that he wouldn't kill it.
Aw.
And he would feed it refuse. He would, it was like his cleanup guy, and he would even save some stuff for it, and he'd let it eat it all through the winter.
We'll find your moldy pal.
See,
Or his corpse.
he forgot the crucial part of putting a collar on it. If you had
Yeah,
a collar
that's what
with
it
a little bell, it would have been alive by now.
Yeah, with a cowbell or something, just like
Haven't you married
in the
any
front of it.
Come on.
I wouldn't have known what to do with a shambling mound if it had come running up on our wagon like clung, 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 clung. I would have.
You'd have been like, "Where is that thing going?"
What is that, and what does it want from us?
Well,
And
hopefully, yours does not run into the other ones that have been wandering around recently. We were actually recently attacked by one.
Oh, you were attacked by one?
A little further north of here, actually, I believe. Right? That's basically like.
Wayko's going back to the
It
cart
would be a bit.
as of now.
Yeah, it'd be a bit north of where you guys are. So he says, "Well, he migrates south to me when it gets cold."
Well, it's still pretty warm.
Nothing has befallen.
I'm
You guys
keeping
know
your
it's
knee
November.
arrow.
Why?
Why what? No,
Why
it's
is he
it's,
keeping his knee arrow?
I was just letting him know as I left that I was keeping his knee arrow. Like if
I
you
don't
wanted
think he wants it. I'm
don't
just
really
Souvenir.
confused
But I'm
as
the
to
one who's
why
getting
you
it.
do.
Well, I'm just trying to also get an understanding of how we label things as our own personal belongings. Because apparently
Yeah,
it's a rather free-form
Keep safe.
thing, you know?
keep safe.
Okay.
To try not to wander.
It'll remind
So-
me of the vulnerability of knees. Yes.
The ever-present mortality of being.
You guys are able to get away from there without revealing. Well, wait.
The guy with 6
need-
charisma does not know how to shoot his mouth, or how to not shoot his mouth off, rather.
Yeah, but you weren't there.
But
Yeah.
I want to know if shambling mounds are like super common in this part of Arisia, and I got a 17.
Not particularly common.
Whoa!
They're harder to find, but that's mainly because they're created through a strange magical,
Hmm.
like lightning coming down,
Mm.
hitting something that has some kind of innate magic in it, and that's what makes it a bit more rare necessarily.
Shambling
It could
mounds are
pop up
all
anywhere there's a
superhero
plant.
origin stories.
More or less.
This shambling
Yeah,
man
they're all
made of
flash origin
radioactive
stories.
acid.
They
At
call
least
him
2
Shambling
shambling
Man.
mounds. At least 2 shambling mounds in this area. Wow! I just like go like big old like giant like little kid in a candy store eyes.
There you go. I know I've never seen another one in this area. Where was Alba
Well,
look
as
for?
you said, yours was not hostile. So, based upon that information, what we faced must have been a different one. And I assume
I smell some.
yours.
B is for bluff checks, and I smell them.
That's a hell of a coincidence.
That's Gideon's understanding it, because if this guy's saying it wasn't hostile, it wouldn't have attacked us.
To be
And
fair,
we made sure it was attacking us.
After you get
No.
right up in his face.
Yes, we made sure
to ignore it for like 5 minutes.
we
Your
made sure
words.
it was cutting us off. We made sure that it was trying to cut us off.
You made sure the dog was following your car before you shot
As
it.
we sped up, it sped up.
I do actually remember seeing a pile of moss on the side of the road, so
So it was moving. Gideon may think that, yes, and he probably would, because you guys thought that. That doesn't make it the truth. That's what your checks got you. So there you go.
Okay.
But
And you mean, do you want us to just tell him, hey, dude, we killed your dog?
what
no,
we should say
I'm just
is you're
saying, you
welcome
guys
for
talk to him.
saving your life.
It almost
We're gonna
killed
raise
me. So
So you guys deal with that, and you get back on your way to Magnamar.
I can roll diplomacy if you'd
And-
like.
Well, I mean, he doesn't not believe a paladin, so
That sounds like the first step of a fall. He's not gonna not believe you. It'll be fine.
yeah.
Well, he's telling the truth as far as he's aware. And now the
Yeah, as
player
far
is
as
pretty
he
sure
is
that that's what
aware.
happened too.
To the
he's
city.
not knowingly like lying.
He can't lie because he's not lying. He's just saying what he thought was happening.
Sitting
The,
on the
the
sea.
beauty of Gideon is
Right.
he's too dumb to not tell the truth.
To Magnamar.
The Magnamar. You guys actually do make it to Magnamar. That detour costs you until nightfall, basically, is when you get there. It's past bedtime, as I would say, and you guys basically make it to the. You guys go make it to the temple, and a runner was sent ahead of you. Like when you got there, a runner was sent ahead of you. Made it there a little bit before time, so that you guys they knew you were coming and they prepared a room for you guys. You guys had to share a room, but they made one, and
Okay,
that's where we'll leave it.
somewhere along the way there, Emmy will probably profusely apologize to Magpie, but we can save that for next week.
Okay.
I thought you were gonna kill me.
You guys must be angry because your species can't reproduce together. I get it.
Like a constant boiling pot. One of these days, our
It's
group's
Chien Sha, man.
because we're all gonna
Learn
murder
your
each other.
learn your weird Japanese mythology. Everything fucks everything else. It doesn't matter. It
That's
doesn't matter.
that's kind of true in Japanese
Tentacle
mythology.
claw.
So, thank you everyone for watching.
And
This
with
is-
that, we will.
And on that note,
We will sign off. So,
okay,
I hope everyone enjoyed, and we
great
will
fun.
see everyone next time.
Yes, we will. I expect the
This live
paladin to
play
heal
show
me.
Features adults using adult language. You have been warned.
You have been warned.
remember
They
kids,
say
shambling
we're
horrors,
disorganized.
not just horrors.
All right. So please remember the announcements we announced at the first part of the video, and we look forward to seeing everyone. Please, if you feel like it, you can look us up on the different social medias, of which we have Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, obviously, because a lot of people, more people watch on YouTube than watch on Twitch, which we also have. And I believe that's everything. We do have our own
Patreon.
website. And yes, you can check us out on Patreon. Just the End of Planar Crossroads. It's all you gotta look for.
In the doobly-doo down below.
All the linkity doos in the doobly doos
Down there,
below to do. It's way down south, eh? You know, way
Down
down.
there. all the way down there.
All the way down there.
Oh.
It's
All right.
about right there.
Okay.
We all say bye. Bye.
All right. Thank
Wayko's
you. Have a
numbers,
great
bye.
day. God bless. And goodbye. Bye.
Bye bye.
Wayko's numbers, Magpie.